Hey Jace, what are we doing?
We're going on an adventure.
Hi everyone, welcome to the release stream for Satisfactory 1.0. It is finally happening. We are here. It feels kind of surreal actually, because yeah, I don't know. I just felt like this day would never come in a certain way. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. My name is Snud. I'm one of the community managers at Coffee Stain Studios, and I am joined by my fellow community manager. What's your name again?
Are you crying? I'm not crying. You're crying.
This is Crying, my fellow community manager here at Coffee Stain
Hello, I'm
Studios.
crying.
Yeah.
No, what's up, y'all? My name is Mikael, and I'm also one of the community managers here at Coffee Stain Studios.
Yes. And
Lovely
boy,
to
oh
be
boy,
here.
what a time to be alive, folks, because we are counting down for the release of Satisfactory 1.0. It's, yeah, like I said, it's kind of surreal.
Damn.
Because we've been working on this game for 8 years now, and I don't know, it feels weird. So I hope you like that little snippet of like a couple of YouTube videos we put out throughout the years. It's kind of fun to just like go through memory lane a little bit and remember the times before we got to this point. Essentially, every single update that's gone out, update 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, update 9, rip.
9.
No. No update 9. So yeah, so we've got a schedule.
We do.
Sort of.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Now we just gotta stick to it.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
Yeah.
The counter might like flip out from time to time. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, do you guys have any favorite memories from during early access? It's been in early access for 5 years now, and we launched on Epic 2019, and then later on Steam 2020. And we've made a lot of updates. I wish I could have been prepared and make like a slideshow of like, here are all the updates, but this is essentially what that video is for.
If we could have made this I don't know, 5, 6, 7 hour stream, it would have been convenient, I guess, but
We wouldn't even scratch the surface at that point.
even then.
What's your favorite update, Mikael? When did you start playing?
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I still remember that weekend when I mean, I knew about the date clash from the very from earlier than the weekend before I started here, but the weekend before I started this job, which was the weekend before November 13, whereas the update 8
Oh yeah,
release date was up November 14. Yeah, I was like,
your first like week was when we launched.
yeah, I
update 8.
didn't realize that those dates clashed until like almost on that very day. I was like, wait, am I gonna be busy from day one? Yes, I was. So update 8. Yeah, it was a good day.
Cool. There's a lot of people in chat, and good to see you all.
Yeah.
Glad you could all join us for this because they don't come often, these release streams. And yeah, we've gone a little bit overboard with the production for this stream because 1.0 only happens once. You know, so let's do it. So hopefully everything sounds good, and hopefully everything looks good, and all that stuff, and everything is in sync. If it's not, it's your fault. Just refresh your browser because we did a little test on Twitch right before this.
Yeah.
And
You look good.
thanks, man. You look good too.
Thank you.
This is when the bro. Don't ship this.
Please do ship this.
Yeah.
We've had one Steamy hot date so far.
Yeah. So good times.
God, why is chat faster than the flow of time? What the?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and look at that. Linus is joining us behind the scenes. He's gonna take over the production of it. Good times.
Finally.
I don't have to worry about this shit.
Someone has their hands on the wheel. Okay.
Yeah,
can breathe a little.
somebody actually knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else is there to say, really? Like, there's, we're going to, so here's going to be the format for this stream. We're going to be counting down, as you might have guessed from the countdown here, until release. So once this counter hits 0, we're going to play the release trailer for 1.0 that Linus has been working really hard on. And we kind of literally just finished it. It really came down to the wire. But yeah, we're gonna play the release trailer, and then the update will be available for everyone. And if you already have the game on Steam or Epic, you know you're gonna get that like little update button, and you're gonna be able to download the game and hopefully have a good time with the game. Hopefully,
go ham, as the kids say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hopefully everything should be fine. There are no major issues or anything like that. I actually haven't kept too much up to date with the production team right now. If there's anything on fire, but hopefully everything should be fine. Right team, right. Linus, switch to the camera. Right.
Why are you shaking your head? Wait, what? No.
Gotta get the close up. Yeah.
Have you slept well?
No.
No. Have you, chat, by the way? Have you slept well?
I think we talked about this a while ago, where it's like, who's the most like nervous person at the office right now? Like, it's definitely me. Okay, like I'm definitely the most wrecked right now. But it's gonna be so nice once the update is out, or sorry, not the update. Once the game is out fully, and like all the embargo lifts and all that shit, then it's gonna be nice.
We have a lot of no's in chat.
Quiet on set!
Chat, do you sleep at all? Wait, what? We have so many no's in chat.
Yeah.
Please take care of your sleep, chat. It's important.
So, really look forward to that.
Yeah.
We're gonna hang out with some of the devs today and talk about some things.
They are cooler than we are.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
For sure. It's gonna be good. And we're gonna start with sound design. We're gonna start with talking about sound design.
Yes.
I don't know if Sasha, if you're watching this or whatever, you can probably pop up at this point and we can start prepping for that. But don't call your mom.
Please help.
Yeah, I'll sleep when tier. Yeah. I'll sleep when tier 9 is done. So Mark actually told me that the estimated time to finish Satisfactory is 150 hours, which feels insane, especially for everyone who's like starting from scratch. You know what I mean?
Considering I haven't finished update 8 in 350 hours, so
yeah. I've gotten to tier 6. I think that's as far as I've gotten.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, should I start over or do I?
I am committing to starting over and actually getting through the game without cheats. Yeah,
getting through cheats.
Because cheats are always in when oil is.
Because then
happening.
you won't get any achievements if you don't use cheats.
Oh, bless.
Linus, you can go fucking bananas if you want with the fucking thingamajig. Like fucking jump around like a crazy maniac if you want to. Like there's no stopping you. This is what we fucking paid for. Okay. But yeah, so like I know that we've talked about this in many videos, and of course there's a lot of content out there. But just a real quick recap for people who may not know is that once 1.0 comes out, you're finally gonna be able to unlock the achievements that you may or may not have seen pop up on the internet. Just real quick clarification is that if you use advanced game settings, you unfortunately won't be able to unlock the achievements. Because we decided to gate it behind that essentially, and it's hard to like figure out like which achievements we should trigger and whatnot. So just so you guys know,
Meanwhile, if you do mod the game, you will still earn achievements. So that's how you cheat.
When mods work, because that's another really important thing. Is that mods will break once 1.0 comes out.
Loudly.
There are some really talented people in the modding community. I don't like the word talent because it implies that like they were born to be able to do it. They've spent so much time getting into this and learn like how to mod the game and whatnot. So they are dedicated to their craft, and we really love the modding community. So like as soon as they can, they're probably gonna wrap up and make mods work again for 1.0. So let's cheer them on and give them our best until then. I don't know, Sasha, are you like hiding behind there, or if you are, you can,
you are, okay.
You can pop in. I wasn't sure if you were here or not. So we're gonna immediately throw in our first guest.
Oh.
So you're gonna scoot in the mic. Yeah.
Do we share a mic then?
Yeah, you share
okay,
the mic.
awesome.
We share a couch.
Yeah.
I'm so learned.
Yeah. So welcome, Sasha.
Well,
welcome.
Yeah. How you doing?
to be here. Which camera do I look at?
All of them.
All of them at the same time.
Yeah. So who are you? Tell us who you are.
Who am I?
Yeah.
So I'm the sound designer here at Coffee Stain Studios. The previous sound designers from whom I bear all the heritage.
Yeah, they couldn't take it.
No.
Yeah, it's like
They couldn't handle it.
It's all
Working
like
on breaking a new one.
yeah, it's like a stream of consciousness. So I'm like 3 people at the same time. No, but like it was like Emil was there before me, and then Joel started in the very beginning. So I'm the new sound designer. So
Yeah.
I do all the sound design and music things that are related in the game, but yeah, it ranges from technical implementation to like doing the actual assets. But we work also with Ghostwood Empire, which is another company, and with Dennis and Ines.
You know them because they made all the fucking. It's really confusing. It was easier when we just had one camera. You know them from like all the songs that we put out on trailers and stuff. We've shouted them out many times, but they made a lot of tracks for our trailers, and it's been great working with them.
Yeah. And like Dennis has been doing some work in game as well.
Yeah.
So it's like there's been a lot. It's such a big project as well. So there's been a lot of like splitting of tasks, etc. So yes. Hope that answered the question.
Absolutely.
So you actually do implementation as well of sound in game, because that's like, I think not super common at game studios. So usually it's like you have someone external and then they do sound design and like music or whatever, and then just they give you a bunch of stuff, and then it's up to developers to sort of like figure out how to get it working.
Yeah. It depends. I guess it depends on the size of the studio and depends on how important audio is to the people. Because it's like you could do the same with animation as well. You could like have a separate company that does the animation and you implement the animations. And sound can. There's some studios that do the same with audio, but of course, like most of the studios that like have good audio, in general, they have people that are, even if they're outsourced, they're pretty close to the devs. So like, if you're an outsourcer and you're completely removed from the devs, usually there's like some form of chasm and it's not as cohesive. Whereas, outsourced doesn't mean remote from the dev, or doesn't mean like that you're not close to the dev team. But yeah, we do have like a middleware or like an audio engine called Wise. It's pretty standard. There's other ones like Fmod, etc. For those that know it. But so basically that tool is like separate from the engine itself. So we can do a lot of stuff parallel to the dev. So like we can work, because audio touches so many things. It's on VFX, it's in the levels, like it's in the animation sequences and stuff like that. So we're pretty like tied to everything. So it's better if we have like a separate sort of sound engine that we can do experiment in, and then when we're ready to do the changes and it works, it sounds good, then we could push it to the engine kind of.
It's really nice too, because then the like weight of Epic is lifted sort of, so they don't have to like keep updating the sound engine. It's like better when like a separate company that specializes on like sound engine stuff.
I mean, there's pros and cons to all that stuff, of course. But like Epic, like there is audio tools inside of Unreal, but like Wise is so standard, and like all the conferences, all the videos, and all the community uses that software so much that it's like so much easier to find what you're looking for in terms of if you're looking for tips and stuff. And it like Wise is the stuff that Satisfactory uses, but it's the stuff that like God of War, Ragnarok uses as well. So it's like it's literally everywhere from Super Indie to AAA. But there's also Fmod, which is quite popular, and there's a ton of other ones, and maybe in the future there'll be another company that will take over and do a new one. Like
So more concretely or more specifically, like what was your first month like here then? What did you do like in the actual game?
So I spent a lot of time in Wise. So it's like which is the audio engine again. So because the game, like Content Complete, was pretty much like Content Complete was pretty much like about to happen. So this is a time where basically you don't put new stuff in. Because so everything had already been done in terms of like the sound design and the actual assets, and it was time to do a lot of like the optimization and the mixing. So like balancing everything that's new with everything that's old and stuff like this, or like remastering or revamping things for optimizing the game. And so all of that happens in Wise. So it was a lot of I'm not sure how technical I can
I
get
sure
it.
you can go bananas, because because if there's anyone who's interested, because I always want to champion sound design a little bit, because I always feel like it's a bit sort of forgotten, and I really feel that like, you know, sort of 80% of what you see is what you hear. So I always feel like sound design always gets sort of overshadowed by like everything else that's made in games, but like sound design is really, really, really important, because otherwise that's like how everything comes to life. I feel like every single time we've made a trailer or a video or of any type, and you know, it was like, it's coming together, and then like we get like the sound design pass, and then suddenly it's just like, oh, now it's a trailer. Now it comes to life.
I think you told me like just like anyone in chat, just try watching like your favorite trailer series, play your favorite game without sound, and it's just so much more hollow. Like
it's
so
super
much more
hollow.
hollow. Yeah.
It almost makes everything look better. Like the VFS
Yeah.
look better,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
they have a sound attached to them. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
But yeah, so like, yeah, the bulk of the work was like optimizing a lot of things. But so that meant that, for example, so let's say like you have a constructor, for example, and it has tons of different parts, right? That we randomize the variation of sound so that it doesn't get too repetitive and it's just the same sound playing all the time. Well, sometimes for optimization purposes, we need to reduce the number of sounds we're playing at the same time on a specific like machine, for example. But if you downsize too much, then you get like less. You get run into problems where the variation doesn't work as much. So it's always a balance between making tons of like granularity of like the sounds and like how optimized it is basically. Because you want it to be not too granular, because that's just a monster of a project. But you want it to be like just the right size so that you can optimize the part that you want. And optimizing is like, you can compress audio, of course, and stuff like that, but you can also like put it to stream, so like you can choose what you load on the RAM, on the memory, or you can choose what you stream from the disk. And that's a big part of it. Like all of the music, for example, it's streamed because it's like a long stereo WAV file that just plays. If we put that on the RAM of people, then it's a bit taking up rap for nothing. Like it doesn't need to be in sync or anything, or that it's super strongly in sync. So. Yeah, stuff like that.
Does Satisfactory differ from like stuff you've done in the past in terms of just sound design, optimization, implementation?
Yeah. So like what's special about Satisfactory is like it's a game where you get users that generate their own content, right? So I made like, there's a constructor, it has cool sounds, cool. Now someone has put like 50 of them on top of each other.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like fuck. So it's a lot about like trying to imagine and come up with all the scenarios and trying to make the mix and all the elements of everything be balanced, no matter the save or the factory of people. Because I don't know what shape, I don't know what computer, what headphones people are using. I don't know what their factory looks like. So I need to be able to account so that there's no problem, no matter which. If there's a scalability, like that's the main like. Challenge with it is the scalability. It needs to sound good if it's a small factory, but it needs to sound good if it's a huge factory as well. And if you got all those sounds playing all at once on those thousands of constructors, then like you would like die of your CPU would get overloaded and stuff like so there's other games like this that have user generated content and stuff, and they face sort of similar challenges, but everybody solves it in different ways because every game is unique. And so I would say that's the biggest part of it, is like users can do whatever the fuck they want. Can I swear on the stream? Sorry.
I think you dropped one already.
Cool.
That's probably fine. Would you say that's the biggest challenge, the scalability of the game, or have you had like something else that's just like the hardest thing to manage?
Sometimes you get stuck on things like, sometimes like the hardest sound is not the one you imagined. It's like you can get
I thought we disabled the elevator.
Yeah. Sometimes like the hardest sound can be something that like a footstep or something, or like the water can be deeper now, so there's going to be like a deep water footstep, and then just like it might sound like insane, but like it's really important you did the feel of how deep the water is, for example, and you can get stuck on that on those doors a long time, or like doors, for example, or stuff like this. That can be the stuff that like almost breaks you or something. Whereas like the fun stuff, like the cool pew pew, like the big the big zappy sounds, the big machines and stuff. They can, sometimes they're not as difficult as they are. Sometimes they are. It's just you never know what's going to be a challenge or not when you start. But that's with anything creative, right?
Nice.
All right.
How are we on time?
We are on the dot.
Nice.
Right now.
Nice.
Yeah. So thanks, Sasha, for joining us, and it's great to finally have someone to talk about. What a firm handshake that was.
Come here, man.
Oh my goodness! Censor this. Thanks for joining us, and can't wait for to check out like all the sound that's in the game. I also want to mention real quickly one thing that you mentioned to me when I made the teaser video for the quantum tech stuff. I remember you asked me like, how did you design, like, because usually when I do these teasers, someone like puts audio like custom for it. But this time I just like recorded straight from the game, and you were like, whoa. Really?
Yeah, it's like also it's a different camera perspective and everything.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was kind of surprising that the mids works at the
Yeah, right.
completely different camera perspective
Yeah.
as well.
Because I did move the camera when I captured audio a little bit, but like it is pretty much like from the game, all of it.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
only addition I did was conveyor belt sounds when I wanted it to be like more in focus. But yeah, other than that, it's
That's how good it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on the work of there's like 5 people working like
standing on the shoulder of giants.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I do want to mention though that there's a lot of new stuff in 1.0. The MIDS has been like revamped and some assets have been remastered and stuff. But there's also in the menus, you can actually every single slider that you see in the options menu work. So if your constructors are too loud in your specific factory, you can turn them down.
Yeah.
There's a mono mode as well.
We
and
also
stuff
have to
like that.
mention, real funny actually. So we have a button now in game that says like streamer safe mode or whatever. That button does nothing. Okay. The only reason why that button is there just in case people are like, oh, can I stream this game? I'm not sure. So we just added that option just to like make it clear that like, oh, there's an option for that. Maybe that should be on by default actually.
Yeah, so that people are not worried about it.
Yeah.
I guess
That's-
it's more to trick people.
Yeah. but that's the main thing, right? We don't want people to mute the music in the game because you can totally play the music on stream and all that stuff. So like, don't worry about that stuff. So
Yeah,
so that's
even the-
that's why we added that button.
Yeah, even the boombot stuff is fine.
Yeah.
It's not-
Just go nuts. Stream the game to your heart's delight.
Yeah, cool beans.
All right, thanks for coming.
Nice job.
No worries.
And whoop, and then you
Just
make a swift
teleport.
exit. Yeah, classic.
My bad.
Count how many times that happens today's stream. All right, and shame on you because you didn't sit where I told you to sit because you were off axis on the mic.
No way!
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Was it supposed to be like butt to butt? with it?
Yeah. You're
Oh,
supposed
okay.
to both sit in there because the mic is like right there. All right.
Well, I spoke towards it. Anyway. Okay.
No.
Today I learned.
Dude, it's super directional. So like
Today I learned. Okay,
today
cool.
I learned. But it's fine. We know, Chad. You don't need to. It's cool. It's cool. I'm glad that you guys pointed it out though, because otherwise we wouldn't know to fix it.
Yeah.
All right, Linus, are you ready? It's your bit now.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So fun thing. I can take over. So a fun little thing that we prepared, that we've set up, that we were gonna do on stream for years, I think. And a little bit of a shout out too. To our Lego community. Okay, this is a bit surprising. It's not official Lego or anything like that. But a while ago, someone in our community made a, I can't remember what the name of that site is, but there's like a site where you can upload like your own Lego builds and custom builds. And oh my goodness, we've gotten so far.
Look at this.
Yeah, this is so funny. We have to explain the whole thing here.
Uh-huh.
So essentially, what we've done is, people can upload any Lego builds.
Fit on this table.
Oh, we'll make it work. Nicky will hold it.
Yeah. Somehow, somewhere.
So yeah, anyone can upload builds on for Lego, and then if they get like enough requests from community, like 10,000 requests, then Lego will consider making it into an actual Lego, and that's actually something that happened. That was uploaded by what's his name, a nerdy Legoist or
Yes,
something.
Nerdy
Yeah,
Legoist Kyle.
yeah, who made the original like constructor, and then that got 10,000 votes, and Lego said no.
Nope. Apparently they don't want to sell sets.
Yeah, but screw Lego. We're doing it ourselves. We got our own Lego pieces.
No, don't screw Lego.
Yeah. Can't wait for the cease and desist. All right. Anyways, but the set is available for anyone. Oh, geez, there's so many things I didn't even realize.
It's not gonna work.
Can you fit it on the?
I can have it here on the couch.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'll hold it for you as well.
I need to take
Until
over the camera
further
so we
notice.
can actually see what's going on.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna explain real quick what's going on. So yeah, we essentially
I'm gonna be on the floor.
we downloaded the entire set, and Linus is gonna, as far as we can get. We're not sure we can actually finish this today.
Probably not.
No.
Yeah.
Like this is several
But
hours.
and the thing
This
is
is
too,
good.
like it's not only Linus building right now. We're gonna do this in segmented. So like Linus will build, and then we also have a team of people building the set.
It's gonna continue build.
Yeah.
So we'll see how far we come. Maybe we can finish it before
Yeah,
stream
we'll-
ends. We'll see.
We'll see. But I'm gonna.
Cocky.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
There are so many parts though. Like, are you gonna?
You gotta move the mic too.
Would
Yeah.
you assemble all this? We have more pieces.
Look at all this shit.
Oh, there's so many parts.
Yeah. Sheesh. Where do we put those then? Hang on.
So this is as far as we've gotten so far. How long have you guys been building?
What page are we on? 48. 48.
Four-
So we're on
48 out of several hundreds,
we're on
okay.
page 48. I'll just scroll down on the laptop here. So
Actually, if you sit there.
Yeah.
And Linus, if you scoot more.
yeah, I'm gonna scoot in.
Because I don't want to mess with the mic angles too much. Oh, so. There is no floor left, by the way, chat. You cannot walk here.
Let's see. Page.
This should be fine.
Page what out of?
Let's see. 48.
48 out of several hundreds, apparently. So,
yeah, 48 out of
253.
253. Okay. Yeah. How long was the stream?
You could probably extend. We can't extend it.
I have messages. I can't build.
Linus has
No.
messages. Oh no.
You build.
I build.
I have to work. We're gonna release
We're
the game.
we're fucked. I won't even censor that.
Here.
Oh god.
Just scroll.
Just-
Psych.
We can do this.
Just scroll and build. How hard can it be?
How hard can
It's
it be?
just Lego, bro. I've owned Lego since I was like 3. I'm still 3, so you know. Wait, 4. There's supposed to be like.
Yeah, I wish I could show the instructions because it's really detailed.
Yeah. Do I? Is this?
So if anyone, if any of the moderators in chat are able to find the Reddit post that Nerd Lego has made, oh, maybe we can do this.
Can we somehow angle it? There we go.
Show it to that camera.
That camera over there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long this cord is either, the
That's
charger.
I mean, you could remove it, but yeah. So it's essentially Lego instructions. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Page by page.
It's really cool.
We started on 48, so.
Um,
No, 46?
so like these are available now. You have to order all the pieces yourself, which is a pain in the ass. And we also want to give a little bit of shout outs to the people. Well, build, damn it,
What?
focus. Shout outs to the people that have made. There's also a train set that's also up on. I wish I could remember the name of the
When do you
site.
start with this even?
You follow instructions. How
Yeah,
hard
I'm
can it be?
trying.
So like those are the pieces you need, and then the next step
Are
is.
these supposed to be the light ones?
I mean, they are organized.
Yeah.
So
I think I got it. Hold on.
so there are 2 more sets that are currently up for voting or whatever you want to call it. There's a train set, and there's also a fuel generator, I believe. That's up on Lego Ideas. Is the name of the website. Just remember. So check them out and give them a vote, and maybe Lego can shut us down once more. Because they're really detailed. Like there's, so, I don't know how many pieces did they say it was? Too
A number.
Yeah, too
Yeah.
many.
Okay, wait. So we have these flat ones. And hang on a second.
This just turned into a Lego building stream instead. Who cares about Satisfactory? We're all about Legos now.
Ugh.
Where did I pop the
Okay,
schedule?
wait.
Wait a minute.
No, I think they started me off on the wrong instruction page.
Oh really?
I was placing pieces down
Well,
that
go
were already
back.
there.
I
So
think you-
no, yeah, I did jump to the correct one now.
Yeah.
So we're good.
Yeah, Lena said he could finish this in 1 hour, but I don't know.
Okay then.
you gotta,
If you give me 10, then that's a maybe. Hang on. This goes here. Okay, so these are just mirrors of each other. Yeah, pretty easy.
you got this.
I built Lego with a friend like I think this winter, like last winter, and it's strangely, not even strangely, it's just very, what's the word, like calming, meditating. That's the word.
Yeah.
It's a little therapeutic.
Yeah.
Are those untouched? No, they are not attached to each other. Okay, so we do need square blocks, of which we have precisely 0, apparently. And they're supposed to be flat thin ones as well. Okay.
All right. While you do this, we're gonna have more people on. So if you keep building, we can probably keep the show going. You might need to scoot over.
Yeah, I was gonna say I need to like get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Or you can just scoot over so that we can fit in more people.
I'll hop onto the side over here.
Yeah.
somehow.
Say bye to Mikkel, everyone. He's gonna be
Bye.
off mic for a sec.
The question is.
Everyone just looks. There's like multiple people in this room that just look lost. Are Torsten and Anna over there, or because we can see anything? I wish we. this setup is so complicated. So like it's like 3 different rooms for all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, please. Yeah, go get him, Tiger. All right, and then I can set this up while I do this. Fantastic. All right. Almost working. How you doing over there, champ?
You're not actually expecting to finish this, are you? Like,
No, you have to finish this before countdown.
Sure,
You have
okay.
2:20 left to do it.
cool.
2 hours and 20 minutes until final countdown.
Yeah.
The Lego website completely down. Don't DDoS them.
Don't stay awake waiting for me, darling.
All right,
I'll be here for a while.
you can do it.
I think it is fucked up. No, never mind. It's good.
Stop swearing, Mikkel.
We're Ah.
Yeah, this is a speedrun Lego building. I wish I could. Linus had to bolt for a sec, so we don't have the camera operator anymore. But potty mouth, exactly. Holy smokes! Who's gonna? Okay, chat. Hit me up in the ones or two. Who's gonna start from scratch once 1.0 comes out? Who's gonna start from scratch? Type 1 in chat if you're gonna start with a new save, and type 2 if you're not, if you're gonna keep playing. And type 3 if you're just gonna uninstall and don't even care about this whole thing. There's a lot of ones.
I wish that was me, man.
That's a lot of ones. Jeez. Holy smokes. I saw 1-3.
Damn straight.
My goodness. Yeah, good time. It'll be fun because I don't know if you guys knew this, but every single dialogue, I think I said it in the narrative video, but every single dialogue in the game has been completely rewritten. So even if you're starting with like the tutorial and all this stuff, you'll still get like new dialogue, even if, you know, there might not be totally new, like the tutorial is still, the onboarding process is still the same, but, or is it? Dun 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 dun. Who knows? Gotta play the game. Finally, we can stop saying who knows, and we can just.
Oh. It's been way too many weeks of that, man.
Still don't sound like trash.
I can't believe I actually didn't spoil anything all year. Did I? I don't think so.
Or did he? Dun 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 dun
Dun,
dun
dun,
dun
dun,
dun.
dun, 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 yeah. I may have dropped something a bit too spicy on Discord a couple of times, but I don't think anyone picked up on this.
Oh, Chad, you gotta find it now.
Yeah. Quite recent, even actually. Are we missing pieces?
They might just be hard to find.
Yeah, because they are literally like the tiniest, like just a single node kind of squares and flat at that. Can they see me? No, thank God.
No.
Oh, thank
You're slightly off camera.
Awesome.
So while we wait for our guests to show up, real quick, if you just tuned in, we are counting down for the 1.0 release of Satisfactory. And very exciting, in less than 2 hours, well, 2 hours and 17 minutes, we're going to be releasing 1.0. We're gonna play the release trailer. No patch notes video for today, because it's not done. But we are working on a patch notes video, actually, so it will come out at some point. So let's get more on that side. Just to make sure. All right. And I am no longer alone. I have guests. Welcome to the set. Anna and Torsten.
Hello.
Hello. Who are you and what do you do?
After you.
Yeah.
I'm lead 3D artist.
And I'm art director for Satisfactory.
Good time. So you do like art stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
We draw all day.
Yeah.
We
we
just
doodle.
we doodle all day.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
it
it's kind of true.
happens in
It's
the
true
video.
though, because like when we're in meetings, you guys will sit like just with post-it notes and you're like.
That is true. That is true. We doodle a lot. I mean, all through meetings. Yes.
Yeah.
Guilty.
But it's good. You need to like use your both brains, whatever, the both sides of the brain to be able to focus, I guess. All right.
Yeah, because it's both creative and technical
Yeah.
in a way.
So welcome. We're gonna talk art today. We're gonna talk about. I guess you guys have prepared a couple of slides that we're gonna check out.
Yes.
If they want to work. Hello.
It's the stuff that we drew on post-its.
Yeah,
There are post-its
partially.
actually in the slides,
Yeah.
so it's kind of true. So before we get into that, just real quick, like, can you just describe sort of your roles, like what it entails? Is it just like, do you actually model stuff, or like, how does it work?
You start.
Okay, now I start. I do partially. I'm responsible for art direction, which means for quality, for visual coherence, meaning whatever we create for the game needs to visually fit the game. So any additions that we have, they need to look good, and they need to look like they fit into the world of Satisfactory. Apart from that, I'm also happy to be able to work hands-on, and meaning design, doing concept art and doing like overpaints of stuff along the way. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My role is very representative. I represent all the 3D artists and also animation and VFX. And I basically sit for them in the meeting so they don't have to. But I also do some art planning, and I'm happy to be doing art myself as well. I think that's really important because you stay in touch with the tech and with the creative part of it. And I think it's important for leads to continue doing like actual hands-on work as well. So yeah.
So what is the pipeline when it comes to how does like something become like from nothing come into the game? Like, what is the steps that needs to happen, sort of?
Oh.
It starts with an idea.
Yeah. It starts with the question: what does the game still need? What do we want in the game? What do players want in the game? And then, of course, it starts with an idea. Usually driven by design, and then we try to we talk within the team, between the departments. There's a lot of back and forth of what could that idea be turned into, what should it be, and what kind of for example, in the case of a building, what job does the building do, what does it make, what does it do, what does it require, and then we can start actually thinking about how do you build this building? What does it make? And how big is it? What shape or form will it have? How can we make it work? And how can we make it in time and with the resources that we have, with the team we have?
Gotcha. So it's many people are involved in the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many meetings
Yeah.
and many people. But yeah, and once the idea is conceived, and maybe there are also some hopefully concepts or sketches, we take it with 3D team and we visualize it in 3D space, whatever that means. It's a lot of different steps that I'm not going to go into, and depending on what are we making, if it's something either alive or maybe it's a new building, then also animation comes in play and makes sure that all of these static models are animated and moving, and also quite often VFX. That's usually at like pretty much the end of it, or alongside animation. And of course, there's always sound that needs to come and play. And it sounds like step by step, but we actually also talk a lot while developing something, because whatever is happening, other departments need to stay aware of what's going on, so they can also chip in with their knowledge.
Yeah, cool. So we're gonna check out some like designs that's like, I guess, process. What am I trying to say?
Yeah, there's we can have a little glimpse into the process for the Alien Power Augmenter,
Yeah, look at
which
that.
is one of the latest additions for 1.0 for players.
Really exciting.
Yeah, it was fun, a lot of work, a lot of back and forth too. But we can show just a little bit of the process of how the sausage is made. So
here it is, the big laser machine, the big loud laser machine that's been.
Yeah. The big laser.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add on this, or just do we just?
No, we can continue. So I mean, people have seen it.
I'm on the wrong computer. Wait, what is it? It's so confusing. There we go.
So we had very early sketches and ideation. So what you see here, for example, in the top, there's some kit bash experiments, which means we just take elements in the game and parts in the 3D space and bash them together and see what kind of shapes, what do we want, what is possible, and just play around essentially what it might be, because this machine is incredibly advanced. It's because the early machines are pretty much based on human factories on Earth that we know, like the constructor. But this one is a bit more out there, so we had a little bit more fun and challenge to make it whatever. So we went on through idea sketches. These were done by Sophie, our concept artist, just to find like a basic approach. What could it even be? What is the basic shape? Looking into what shapes do we already have and what shapes are we still missing and what could we go for. And then usually when we find something interesting, we go iterate on that idea sketch and have a bigger sketch, a little bit more detail, and then figure out like, do we want this? Do we not want this? And then we discuss it a little bit. And then the next step, we found another one that we kind of liked more, and we iterated on that. So we had, at that point, it was called Alien Power Generator, which was a working title. And yeah, we got this thing going on. And we kind of liked the oval shape, the levitation kind of thing. So yeah, we iterated on that. So
I do also want to add that at that point we were going into alien technology, which meant very experimental, very put together out of different parts, but kind of more unstable than other buildings. So that was something that also influenced the concept.
Gotcha. And then if we move over here.
And then the next step from the basic shape was we still had the levitation parts and the arms and the base foundation thing of the building. And then we looked a little bit into what could it do? Is it just a static building or does it do stuff? Does it move along?
Kind of spoil it here in the slides.
A little bit. Well, you saw in the teaser video. You saw already. It is.
You got
doing
to speculate
things.
a little bit.
Yeah,
But,
it does things.
Yeah.
We're not going into that.
next slide. Oh shit! Here's the block out for it.
Yeah, and then usually when we think, oh yeah, that might be cool. Then what I did here is go into like an in-engine blockout, which means. In the game engine, we put together like the rough shape of that building just to get an idea of how big is it? How does it look from first person perspective? How big should it be? Because of course we need it to be connectable. How many walls is it high? And how many foundations does it cover? And so it's so figuring that out. How does it feel? And where should the inputs and outputs be potentially, if they have any, etc.
Also sense of scale, which always throws me off in this game, especially when I'm making cinematics, because everything looks smaller in cinematics than it is in game.
Oh yeah.
It's not until you're like, even in first person sometimes, I feel like when running around, you still don't really get a sense of scale, because like it feels like, oh, it's just you just jump up on this thing, it's nothing. But then you have the Pioneer standing there, like down there, it's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Everything is crazy big comparing to Pioneer. It goes for factory, but it's also all the world things are just incredibly big.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, let's see what we got next.
And then usually after the blockout, when we feel like, okay, that could be a thing, we try out some concepts that add in a little bit more detail. This has been a concept that has not been used in this form. That's also a thing. Concept art gets thrown away all the time. So don't get attached to a concept. They might just be thrown in the trash because we want to revisit another idea. So that's the sad reality. So you iterate and iterate. So we had this first concept, and then it got changed because of the basis was round. But then again, when we did a new block out with the round foundation, it didn't look as nice. And then, the next step was essentially going into a little bit more detail and have the production ready concept.
Is that the next slide here?
Yes,
Or, yeah.
and that will be the next one. And by production concept, still, it is compared to other production concepts you would send out to outsourcers or how other studios generally work. Our concepts are relatively rough. We deliberately leave in a lot of things to figure out for 3D artists, because they're not work machines, they're not robots, they're artists. So you give them the concept and they fill in a lot of the creative gaps that are still there. So we have this is a really good plan, but yeah, well, we'll see how the plan goes in reality. And what usually happens is the end we go back and we do overpaints and we check out what what works and what doesn't work. So there's a big of back and forth until we have the final the final asset for the game.
Well, that was not what I was like, and then you get to see the final thing, but it wasn't that. Right.
No, but you will see the final the thing
In game.
in game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting. All right, what's this next slide about?
The
tree.
This is a tree. Obviously.
Something you guys won't know much about when the game comes out because you're not gonna be outside for much, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Forget about what these look like.
So here we wanted to also talk a little bit about the environment art or the world of Satisfactory and all sorts of changes that happened there while we were on our road to 1.0. So in this case, it's just a fun comparison of how far did Titan tree go from a very sad stump with a few thin branches to a very impressive tree, might I say. Yeah, it's a lot of those things that kind of shaped the landscape and the environment and gave it a bit more character, gave it a bit more believability, and hopefully made it compelling to explore.
Also, it's probably fair to add that like some of the reworks are not only done for like coherency and like polishing up and upping the quality, but also for optimization reasons. Sometimes the meshes need for performance reasons. Some of the meshes, some of the game assets need to be reworked for players to have a smoother experience.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. And since these are very decorative, you kind of want more of that performance going into factory and machines. And this tree was a mess. It was a mess.
I kind of understand like the original intent behind it, where like it's funny that it's like a big thick trunk and then it's like tiny big trenches, but I really prefer the second one. Like
very Lovecraftian.
Yeah.
Horror.
When I talked to one of the artists who was here way longer than me, she said that this tree was attempted to be reworked like 3 or 4 times.
Right.
It has a very rich history, but we're really happy with the result, and it also creates hopefully a more predictable collision that you can actually maybe build some tree huts. I don't know. Could be fun.
What are you doing? Don't kiss it. Sorry. Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, next. Spycoast.
This place got to glow up.
Yeah, that place was quite barren, and again, we put a lot of effort into dressing it up and making it more final, and just in general giving it some character, some recognizability. We did a lot with just reworking the trees and the flora of that area, but also the water was quite a big focus of that area because there's just a lot of water. It's a very coastal area. So we also added some stuff in the water, which we didn't do that much, sadly, in the game, but as I would like. But it just became more like tropical, more colorful and rich. And again, like the trees also inspire a lot of platforming. So it's just way more fun and vibrant.
It feels like done. Like it feels like it's finally a proper like place to go, you know, like there's so many things to see, and I don't know, I really like this picture. It looks so good. I feel like it's spruced up even more.
We
did
this is just screenshots from the game.
Yeah.
So there's no trickery involved.
So like I remember the water having, what's it called, the algae or with the
the corals.
Corals having that much detail.
Yeah, I mean, the old version was an empty canvas, essentially, for the factory building. Now you can build a factory there, but you also will have to remove the gorgeous, beautiful nature. Which is a little bit of the satirical vibe,
Yeah.
and because, well, obviously nature is nice, but drone factories,
Yeah.
of course, as we all know, are way nicer.
Yeah, and it feels very alien too. It's like
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's always kind of a challenge we had with keeping some of the trees recognizable, so they still associate with environment or forest or jungle, but also adding here and there some alien stuff to remind you that you're still on an alien planet. And of course, with the image like this, there's a lot of components, not just seaweed and trees. It's also, of course, reworked water. It's a reworked atmosphere. There's a lot going on that is hopefully coming together as just a beautiful image that is, that you want to go in and explore.
The water I'm very excited about
Yes.
in 1.0. The water made me very happy.
Yeah, I don't feel like I highlighted that enough in the videos that I made because like almost all water has been replaced
Yeah.
on the map.
All of it. Lakes, ocean, waterfalls.
Yeah.
Yeah. pretty much
Seams have
everything.
been fixed up.
Yeah.
They used to be like where like oceans and rivers would meet. There would be like this hard seam
Oh,
that
yeah.
now has like proper like VFX on it, so you don't see it as much and all this stuff. So,
Yeah, exactly.
and I also want to clarify something real quick because we talked about this a long time ago. We used to have the intention to have like the rivers would have like physics with them, and we're not doing that for 1.0. We decided to not do it. But the waters, all the rivers and everything have been replaced. So like visually, everything looks the way that we intended it for. And same thing with all the waterfalls and whatnot. All right, let's see what's next. Ooh, grass fields.
Yeah, something very recognizable because that's, I mean, one of the basic starting areas. Again, just as an example of how far we went, and this is not even the oldest image on the left. Couldn't really, it was. We just didn't have time, I guess, to find an older one, but still gives a pretty good idea of just how much more believable the grass became and the trees, and we worked a lot on the sky as well and introduced some volumetric clouds so they actually behave similarly to clouds. And of course the sky bodies, like the planets and more stuff in the sky to see that kind of again reminds you that you're on an alien planet, and there's the Earth is nowhere nearby.
Yeah, it's very nice.
If you haven't played this game for a few years, you're in for a treat
Yeah.
in the sky. Like the clouds, the lighting, the whole mood at sunset and dawn.
A couple of interstellar planets even in the sky. I don't think they're.
Yeah, you have like a nebula,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like the planets have been reworked. So it's a fun space experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
We got the Pioneer.
Oh.
nice.
The new model and the old model.
Pioneer, what happened there?
A lot happened actually. So it all actually began with us wanting to introduce some customization and make it so that it's possible to change colors. And then we realized that, it's not really possible with how the model is set up, and we don't have the means to fix it. It's actually just easier to completely redo it. And we wanted to stay true to the original design as much as we could. So it was mostly about making sense with what's already there. So just improving the harness and the belt and making it more functional looking, making it look like it has a bit more thickness and weight, removing all the weird details that didn't make sense and just created more noise that we just had to constantly like make look like it's not really there on the promotional shots. So there was a lot of trickery, but this is just a cleaner, nicer model with better textures and better materials.
Yeah.
And it is fully set up for customization, so you can change the colors, you can change the orange and the blue, but we also can change the overalls colors,
Oh my
which
goodness.
is so exciting
A lot of customization.
because it's the biggest part of the body, so it felt like it had to be customizable as well.
And what I really really wanted more of is like the functionality, the believability. That it was already a very iconic character for the game, but I still felt like once we had to rework it, we might as well redesign a few elements that made it a lot more believable, more grounded in our reality, in our world. So like the closing, like the belts, how they are connected, how they're closed off. You can relate to that because these things exist. Might also make it a bit easier for cosplayers because these are definitely things that exist in the real world. And I think we wanted to go a little bit more for this believability.
The model is so much cleaner. Also, we finally fixed the. This is something that me and Max have been struggling with. Is the suspenders would clip into the model when you're like over and over again. That was always a hassle when we made trailers. It's like, all right, we want to do this thing. We want to return. It's like, can't do that because the harness ruins it. So like, all right, we need to like fix the shot so she turns just so it doesn't clip.
Yeah,
then we
and
got
of
some
course
gloves.
the hands.
Yeah.
The hands is something you see on screen
Yeah.
pretty much all the time. And honestly, from artist perspective, they were anatomically not very accurate. They were very like thin, long fingers.
Yeah, right. Like I've always thought about that when I was animating it because it feels like the fingers are too long.
They were a bit spidery.
Yeah, right?
It's like
So we intended to fix that, and with that came realization that maybe we need to make a bit more sense of the glove as well, and make it a bit more functional, like something that you would actually want to wear when you're exploring or building or crafting something. So this design came to be, and we removed the weird display. I don't know what it was intended to be.
Oh, the display on like the
Yeah.
There were a lot of details that made it sci-fi looking, but again, it felt very cybernetic, all of it, and I think the vibe we needed more of was the worker.
Yeah.
You were a worker, you do work stuff, you work at a factory. And at the same time, it's worth mentioning that we were really, really wary of changing the hands, because the hands, they're such an integral part of your screen the whole time. So we were extra careful and iterated on it so that it's gonna still fit and look good. And again, you might notice also the factory color in here. And you can now see customization also in first person. So it's not just a multiplayer fun thing.
Not gonna lie, I don't think I've ever seen that display. I don't think I've ever noticed that display that's on the old model.
Yeah, it wasn't really visible from first person.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. The last slide didn't update. Bummer.
Oh, that's a shame.
Wait, I can go to this camera and then I'll
Alright.
just do a little of do. I think I just need to refresh the page. A little magic behind the scenes. No? Wait. I don't have permission to edit this.
I
out.
sent it to chat.
Oh, is it a new one?
Yeah, there should be.
Then it might be voice.
Oh well.
Okay. Well, imagine the fire, everyone. It was cool.
It was the best slide in the history of slides,
Yeah.
but
Now it's lost forever. No one will see it.
well, that's how it sometimes is.
Yeah. But cool. That's yeah. I mean, I feel like in general the game has gotten a visual facelift, even for things that like I think a lot of stuff will seem very familiar, but like it just look a little bit different. And I think a lot of stuff looks in general much better in the game. Even like the general lighting and all that stuff looks so much better in 1.0.
Yeah, everything is polished up. Everything is a bit more coherent. Of course, there's also a ton of new content, a ton of new stuff to play around with, which is really, really good. But we're excited.
Yeah, cool.
I'm super happy with how it turns out, how it turned out, and it's gonna be great.
And it's gonna be available to you all in 1 hour and 50 minutes ish.
Oh my God.
Can't wait. Yeah. Big round of applause. Oh, let's do it. There's so many
All right.
Thank you so much for tuning in, for coming on.
Sure.
And we're gonna do a quick check-in with Mikael and see how the build is going.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But thanks for coming.
All right.
thanks for having us.
Have fun, everyone.
And we're going to. Whoops, wrong camera. My bad. So professional. And yeah, we're gonna real quick check in with Mikkel how the build is going.
I promise I'm not making this up. I promise. Listen. In all those minutes, I've advanced 1 page on the manual
We'll get it.
because we're missing pieces. I am 100% certain we're missing a
I
piece.
think you just bet.
No. Listen, nerd. I want you to sit here and find me one of these like
Oh shit.
one of these what do you call what's long in English? Please help me.
Like elongated.
Yeah, elongated. Yeah. Black rods with 6 notches.
Man.
Not 5, not 8, not 4, 6. We have 0 of them, precisely 0 of them in these bowls.
If I had a penny for every time someone's asked me to find an elongated Lego piece, I've had a little bit of money. All right, well, we're gonna switch places now.
We are.
Because we've got a couple more people on gonna join us on the couch. So for anyone who's you can probably just scooch in and we'll figure it out. So come on in and sit down. For everyone who's just joining us, welcome to the 1.0 release stream where we're counting down for 1.0. It's coming out in 1 hour and 50 minutes. Really juicy. Oh, I gotta hit the mic. That's a I promise.
Oh no.
Whoa, what the shit?
Hello, sir.
Where'd you come from? And now we're gonna do another segment.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys take care.
Bye.
Let's see how this goes. Yeah.
Love you.
Oh,
Oh, you didn't say it back.
yeah.
Rejected. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should both try to be
Yes.
slightly out of it, like I wasn't in the beginning, so no one can hear me.
Maybe you can scooch
Awesome.
a little bit. So we're like, is this fine?
Yeah.
We're
Do we sound fine, chat? All 3 of us? If you just talk, say something funny now, please, right now.
Something funny.
Excellent. See, thank you. Excellent. Yeah, good shit. Yeah. This is fun. Before you ask,
Do you want me to set up the?
I don't want you to do anything. Did you ask me where to look? Because please don't ask, because I have no idea myself which camera is actually accurate.
Just look at all 3 of them at once.
Yeah, if you can do that, please, absolutely.
Yes. Like
That'd be
this?
dope. Wait, can you actually?
No.
No.
I can only.
How are we feeling? It's a big day.
It's kind of surreal
Mhm.
because I've been here since 2016, and it's you've been here since 2017, and we both started as interns.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was like, oh, that's a cool game. Sure, let's work on that. And now it's like
For 8 years.
I know. I know. Seemed kind of boring to me, but I guess people like it. So
Yeah.
sure, here we are.
Like complete honesty, you may be honest, I promise. After we're done today, like maybe tomorrow, Thursday, in the weekend, do you look forward to going home and playing Satisfactory?
No,
No.
no way, no way. I'm playing Age of Mythology all weekend.
I'm not sure what's happening to me because, chat, most of you know like what I'm addicted to, but like my urges, my cravings, they are going like slowly towards Satisfactory for some reason. I have no idea why,
Yeah.
but I'm just feeling the itch to actually finally learn to optimize and play. Maybe actually get past oil without cheating for once in my life.
I've only gotten 2 oil without cheats. Like I've never been able to go past oil in the 8 years that I've worked here. It's
Okay.
kinda...
Yeah.
So my record is coal.
Oh wow. Oh baby.
Do you even work here?
Unfortunately, yes. That's why I've never gotten past that goddamn point.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Let's steer over to the funniest lines we have, and we'll have one little...
We gotta introduce the guests, dude.
The guests? Oh, wait,
Oh
shit,
yeah,
we
you
haven't
don't even know our
done that.
names.
Who am I?
Who are you people? Speaking of
You
anything,
wanna go
yeah.
first? Should I go
I'm a professional guest, by the way. I've done this before, I promise.
Yes. Oh, me. I'm Hannah.
What do you do?
What do you do here?
I've made eye contact with everyone now. Okay, good. I do world design and writing. So yeah, you can blame me for all the floating rocks, which everyone does, and that's what I love. So.
Floating rocks.
We all love it.
Awesome.
I'm Natalie. I do UI. Where do I look? Everywhere.
Everywhere.
I do UI, UX, everything that you interact with on screen that is a menu or a HUD or anything of that kind, you can blame me for. You're welcome.
No proud moments in the UI.
I mean, yeah, of course.
So we asked them to
A
please look at
bunch.
this, yeah, and only this.
This game is fucking hard
Like
to
the-
translate. Oh yeah, that one, yes.
Oh. All right.
And there's more to come.
Yeah.
Wait, really? I thought we told them everything already on YouTube, didn't we? Did you leave stuff out? No. Oh, there's no way.
We might have forgot something.
But yeah, speaking of, let's have a quick gander at some final shots of the up and coming amazing
Thought you were gonna say
1.0.
Final Fantasy.
No.
Different game. Different game.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this, our beautiful game, fully 1.0 ready. What's happening here? Hang on. Does it play? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so beautiful. And in 1 hour and change, we're gonna be able to play this, all
This
of
was
us.
before our time.
Yep.
So,
Wait, there's no way.
I joined in August 2016, and they had been prototyping this since April 2016.
Oh.
And when I joined in August, it was already not like this anymore. I believe that this is made with a lot of things from the asset store from Unreal.
Oh.
Or whatever it's called, Marketplace on Unreal. Asset
Yeah.
Store is Unity, I think. Doesn't matter. Yeah, very old, very 2016, very motion blur.
Did it play in like 2 FPS as well?
Yeah,
Oh god.
we didn't have Ben yet, so you know
Peak
it wasn't
experience.
optimized.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
disaster. Probably.
It's a clear point when he joined the company, going
Oh,
from
yeah.
2 to 200 FPS. Yeah.
Suddenly it's playable.
Oh
At
my
this
god.
time, it was also called Base Defense.
Oh yeah. So I've heard.
Because we didn't figure out the name Satisfactory until 2018.
Way late.
And we did a poll
We
in
did
the
a
studio,
poll,
and it
yep.
was exactly 50-50, hate it, love it.
Yes.
And that made us go like, yeah.
I was in the hater team.
Yeah, me too.
And we have since seen the error of our ways.
What were your other names suggested, if you had any?
Oh, I don't think there were any good options. It was just
No.
that
That
one
makes it
was
even
the
better.
most divisive one. So
One of
obviously,
them was Factory Game.
yeah,
which
just
is
factory
like,
game, and it's still called factory game in a lot of the files.
Yeah.
Which is like, yeah, it says what it is, but
But does
it's
it really?
extremely boring.
If we ever made, not saying it's happening, but if we ever made Satisfactory 2, would you call it Satisfactory?
No,
Get fancy.
absolutely
I'm
not.
gonna quit. I'm gonna quit before you get fired. No.
But I've already been fired like 5 times.
Yeah,
since coming here.
I quit like already way back because I knew this was gonna happen.
Why not Satisfactory 2?
We have to make it so.
TOO?
Why Satisfactory too? Just
Oh.
why? I don't want it.
Hey, Linus, please.
Hello.
Hello. I'm gonna continue building.
I think I'm on page 49 and I think a piece is missing, so good luck. I did not drop
I leave
anything.
for what?
I did not drop anything, I
30
promise.
minutes?
He tried his best.
Everything
okay?
was here, I
Yeah.
think.
So, do you have any? I want to hear about if you have any like especially not traumatic memories, but like
Update 3.
yeah, like yeah,
Yeah.
something that sticks out as this was challenging and I just never want to do this again ever.
Update 3.
Update 3. Why?
I mean, for me, that was the Dune Desert update. And generally, the way we dealt with World was that kind of we worked on our own separate branch. And if we managed to finish something in time, we would add it to an update or not. This one, I had to finish it for the update. And this was the first time I had like fully inherited the world and had to figure it out by myself. With like no outside help essentially.
Right.
So like just trying to do everything from scratch was very, very difficult, and doing that under pressure also was very, very difficult.
I'm trying to be discreet.
The sounds, I think.
No. I just wanted the camera.
It's Yeah, update 3 for a lot of people is like this is the point where like it was awful.
It was
and,
intense.
But
Yeah.
for UI, update 3 was actually quite chill because that was when we introduced pipes
Oh, it's really lucky.
and like figuring out the UI for that. Like it was tricky, but it was actually a lot of fun. Like like doing the fluids in the UI and like figuring out like okay, we're gonna have different size fluid buffers. How do we want to show those? Do we want to like go for like pipe shaped UI? And then we settled on kind of like like the Diablo sphere kind of thing.
Yeah.
I need to stop moving my hands more. We're so
No,
on
please.
camera.
Do whatever you want to.
Some Italian blood somewhere.
What your heart desires. Completely fine. Be yourself.
I mean, that's the thing too. I think the Spire Coasts, doing that one for me was also super fun because that was the first time I truly had, I think, like a blank slate to work with.
Yeah.
And we could go from scratch, and we had kind of figured out like, I was under a lot less stress at that time, and I'd had more experience under my belt, so it was just generally just fun to figure out like, hey, what can we do here, and how can we make this area interesting again? So yeah, that was a lot of fun to work on.
Okay.
I think the most exciting thing for me was when we showed the early access trailer for the first time in 2019.
Yes.
And it was still in our old office, and we were all just like huddled up there with bean bags and crisps and like having a beer. And it was just like, because at that point we had been working on it for 3 years. And just like finally being able to go like, okay, it's out in the world.
Yeah.
How are people gonna feel about it? Like I've not been able to tell anyone that I've been working on this game. Please, like, do people like it? Like,
The torture of being a game dev. But then I also remember when we were on E3.
Yeah.
Like our announcement, and like the first time we opened up our Discord to the audience, and just seeing like this list of names just scroll past for the first time, and just seeing like, oh wait, like people want this game, people like this game, like we're not insane for like making this. That was a big one too.
I did a little mental exercise the other day because like you said just now that we have around 30,000 people watching the stream today, and I love going to like concerts and festivals, and I just imagined like, okay, that festival where I went, that was 30,000 people. That's the amount of people that's watching us right now. That is
Move your hands.
Yes. Help.
Yeah. That day must have like that day is actually a good talking point today then, because that was a day that you actually unleashed the game upon the world and terrorized us all. Does today feel similar? And did other updates feel similar to that?
yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yeah, I would say it's less like, we know that there's a community already for this game, and they're awesome, and they're going to support us through this. And I feel like we of course now we have, it's not like we're throwing this into the void and having it judge us, right? It's a conversation at this point. And so many of the things that we've added, and so many of the things that we've been working on have been essentially in conversation with the community. So like I think that our level of confidence is way higher, because we're like, we know what they like and they know what we're like. So like we can play around a lot with that way more now. So
it's still scary, but it feels more like releasing another update.
Yes,
maybe like a
big
bigger one, but like
an update.
Satisfactory is what I would call, at least. I mean, I play a lot of games, but even so, like I've never really been into factory builders until now. Then until I got here.
Same.
It is a very niche genre. Is it similar to stuff you've worked on in the past, or?
Oh no.
No.
I mean, technically, this is our first official project.
Yeah, first commercial game.
Exactly.
Damn.
I've only done internships other places, but no.
Same. Like back in 2012, I did I was a 3D artist for a small studio in the Netherlands doing things for PlayStation Home. Does anyone remember PlayStation Home? I sure do.
Does anyone remember mobile VR?
No, I don't think so, actually.
Help.
Did I suppress something?
Wise choice.
Which one of you needs the most sleep after today?
I mean, I woke up with a migraine today, so I would love to go to sleep after release.
We have a couch right here.
Yeah. I'll use it.
Just fall over. That's completely fine. Oh my god. What is up?
Yeah, we've got one more thing to show.
But talking is so nice.
Yeah, talking is so
Get out
nice.
of here,
But the gossip.
Schedule.
I'm trying. Where the?
It's if you minimize that, it should be in the same. It's a presentation. No, the.
Oh, there we go. I think we're cooked.
What are you doing? Are you on the wrong computer?
You're on the wrong
maybe
screen.
I am.
It's the other screen.
Just press.
Oh yeah, there we go. Awesome. I can do my job.
Yeah.
Surely.
There
Here
you
we
go.
go. Here we go.
We got it.
Let's have a gander at the second one then.
Yes. Is it
It's
loading?
trying.
It's
its
trying.
best.
Yeah.
It's in the internet's hands now.
Mm.
Come on, SharePoint, I believe.
But does SharePoint believe in itself?
Isn't it?
Does it turn into a boat? Does it press triangle?
Oh
Okay,
God,
let's do
Sorry,
that then.
Kingdom Hearts.
nerd.
Presentation is. I'll just do this. Fuck it. There we go. And
Reopen
we
it.
will reopen it. Yes, indeed. And then we can. Can I just yoink this tab up here somewhere? About that actually to you specifically,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
Before anything else though, can I
I know this
start a presentation? I'm trying to find the button. Do it if you top right.
Presentera.
There we go, look at that. And then we do one right.
Or in the bottom left, there's a button.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Cool. Am I allowed to
Ready for
did-
cinema?
We did it. We did it.
Alright, we're shooting, let's go. So this might, hang on. Is it playing? Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this may seem normal at first, but we've come a long way.
Oh, I remember this
Yeah,
one.
the beans have come a long way since the earliest days of alpha.
Oh, can I tell the history about the bean?
Oh, please.
So, oh my god.
They're fine. It's fine. They're alien life forms. Who's to say this isn't normal? Okay.
So I think they were made in 2017
You?
by one of our artists called Molle, and he was one of the original founders of Coffee Stain
Yep.
as well. And Molle was like pure chaos in a person. Like I'm chaotic.
Most
but
of the
Molle
founders
was like,
were.
Yeah.
like Molle was like 500 times me.
Yeah.
And he just came up to art stand-up one day and was like, yeah, I made this. I felt like making this. I already put it in the engine, and yeah.
And here we go.
Here it is.
Implement it, yeah.
Here it
Ship it.
is.
Yeah. Thankfully, they feel a bit better now,
Oh,
but
yeah.
yeah.
They've had a texture update.
Honestly,
as well, I
they've
believe.
had it. It's a downgrade. Downgrade, in my opinion.
Let me just close this real quick before we leak anything. Excellent. Yeah, just to not leave you hanging, we'll talk more later, but I'm unsubscribed. Imagine,
What?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm healthy, I promise. I promise.
What is your identity now?
Is it World of Warcraft?
I'm a
now?
factory builder.
Oh,
I'm a factory
no.
builder. I want to
Fully
go.
taken
I'm not
over.
even joking. I told Sasha as well. I want to go home this weekend, and I actually want to play 1.0
That is
over.
Wow, oh my god.
Yeah, over
Okay,
the
then
other games.
next week during Fika, you gotta tell me about how Satisfactory is going. So
Yeah.
Alpha 4.
Maybe I'll be past the tutorial. Yeah, maybe just maybe.
I'll be so proud.
Are we good on time?
You got 5 minutes.
5
5
minutes.
minutes. Oh Jesus
Alright.
Christ.
Excellent,
Ask all the questions you need right now. It is the last possible time to do this.
yeah. Natalie,
Yes.
what do you feel about a snow biome?
Why not?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ship one?
Introduce some snowboarding.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey,
Are
chat,
you
what do you
near
feel about
snowboarding?
snow? It's a go-to
You know,
freebie.
I can just, if we just revert the Dune Desert
Yeah.
Oh
to
my God.
pre-update 3, you got your fucking snow biome.
I have an
Okay.
idea though.
Fine.
We've got the factory cart, right? That you like throw when it unfolds.
Yeah.
What if it's also the factory cart, but it stays folded and you
And it's the
snowboard
snowboard.
it? Yeah.
I mean, look, if you raise my pay, we can talk.
If I raise your pay.
Or
Yeah.
anyone raises my pay.
I'll work on
Whoever
that.
pays me, it's fine. As long as I get paid, fine, we'll talk about
Snow
it.
is worth it, so I will make an attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
accept bribes. Just, I want to put that out there.
Yeah.
We can have like frosts forming on the conveyor belts.
Hmm.
And we probably can't because Ben will kill me.
Yeah. I'm actually going to jump back a bit to designing the world. Just jumping because why not? A question for me personally. It's like, to some extent, I'm not saying that designing like any game is easy, because it's not. I've been there, in fact, myself. But when it comes to like, I'm going to say math, but like numbers, optimizing, like placing nodes in the world, making UI function with numbers and just like telling people that X, Y, and Z match and is like properly connected, properly functioning. Like, how is, I don't know, how do you even make a game that is so based on not math, but just optimizing numbers? It's like, where do you start? Because I can't even start thinking, like when I play the game in the beginning, I had a huge issue with, I have all the space in the world, I can build vertically, horizontally, I have like all the freedom in the world, that's where I want to come, to do literally what I like, whatever I want. And in this place, like, how do you somehow UI-wise, world design-wise, steer people into making something kind of cohesive that makes sense in the starting biomes, that makes sense with what assets they have? Like, do you have some means of making sure they don't go completely wild and bananas? It's a very wild question, but...
I mean, my answer to that is I place rocks.
or a rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I guess I can.
Shoot
My
for
answer
it.
is ask a lot of questions to all of the devs
Right.
and be like, okay, but what is the intention behind this? So like Mark has an idea, or G2, or programming lead, like he has an idea.
Yeah.
And like first I just ask questions like, okay, but what is the actual intent that you want to get here and why? Because like factory games are like, they're not personally what I would play.
Yeah.
Also, I probably have dyscalculia, so math, lol, no, thank you. So yeah, I just ask a lot of questions and I make sure that I understand. And I feel like if I can understand the math, then the audience can probably also understand the math.
That's pretty good. Reliable source. I mean, for Satisfactory, generally the world is like, it is a little disconnected from the factory gameplay in that sense. Mostly what we try to do with it is just, I guess, provide a challenge of placement more than anything.
Yeah.
So with the different starting biomes, we've always had like, okay, this one has more height differences, this one has like more space between resources, this one has less biomass. Kind of those are the factors that we play with, which are mostly factors that affect people early game. So it's mostly about like, how do we ease a person into it with the environment, and then also selling the idea that you're on an alien planet. So it's really more about selling the fantasy and making people feel like they're somewhere else, and also this is maybe not a world that is entirely happy to have them. Right. Just a little bit mad. Yeah. Just a tiny bit. Before they can like pave the whole thing or blow everything up, you know.
Yeah. Well, if I can settle, then good job. Yeah, you've made something.
Thanks. Sure did. Sure did.
I think that's time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing everything. Yeah.
Thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you enjoy 1.0.
Awesome.
All right.
Yep. Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
I'm telling you. See, the piece is missing.
Get the fuck out of the way.
I'm actually quite comfy here.
Yeah, we should probably.
So yeah.
All right, we're gonna.
See.
Yeah,
This
it's-
piece is missing.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
missing.
Thank you.
And like I double checked, and I think I've left a whole bag at home.
Game
So
over.
quick update is that we're missing pieces for the Lego build, so we can't finish it. But we're gonna post it on socials. So like we are.
Yeah, there's
Like-
gonna be a revenge. Of
Yeah,
this,
we are
like-
gonna finish this build like fully, and we're gonna post it on socials. I wanna. So you guys.
This is future content waiting to happen.
Yeah. Or that's true too.
Yeah.
So-
Either
so-
we let it sit, or we make like a time lapse of it, or something.
Yeah.
We're
yeah.
gonna
That could be
finish
cool.
it.
Yeah.
But we're gonna finish it.
Yeah.
So this is how you wanna just hold it up for the middle camera and see how far we got.
Wait, I can actually. We have built some other parts of it. So
Yeah. Ooh.
Bring him in.
Ooh, look at us. We're so ahead. Look at us. Juicy.
Am I too loud?
It's
too
not a
quiet?
stream until Snut moves to my. So yeah, if you're just tuning in, we are playing. Oh my God! I didn't think we got that
shit.
far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like we built in stages. So I think people will see and understand like the constructor parts.
Maybe it's
So
this
it's
camera.
somehow, yeah.
This camera.
This can so. Yeah, I
at
think
that.
you can see
Yeah, we got more
like
pieces
the
here.
inputs and outputs.
I thought they were drinks. Damn it.
So so the issue now is that we're missing parts for the base plate. So otherwise we could start to implement stuff. But yeah,
Bummer.
we'll get back to it.
We'll get to it. We'll make a juicy revenge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Something will happen with it. Yeah.
I'll just start picking things.
Get your stuff and get out of here. It's too bad. We were really hoping we could finish it
Yeah,
on
yeah.
stream, but it is what it is. All right, chat. We're gonna move to the next segment. And I'm just gonna prepare the stuff. No, not that one. This one. Prepare the thing. And oh, now I see what you were struggling with.
Yeah.
For some reason, yeah. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. All right. Like I said, if you're just tuning in, we are counting down for the 1.0 release of Satisfactory in a little bit less than 1 hour and 25 minutes.
Already?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
The time
Okay.
moves very fast when you're on the stream.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to, very soon, actually. I mean, it's less than, almost 1.5 hours. 1.0 will come out, and it will be available for everyone, and we're going to be playing the launch trailer for Satisfactory that we've been working on for a long time. So really exciting times. But before we get to 1.0, what is going on here?
Boom.
All right, or maybe not.
They're spoiling everything.
No, it's not on stream.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, for some reason. We are going to talk about merch. So as some of you may not know, we have a bunch of merch for Satisfactory. I love it. It's like impossible to be discreet when you do this shit. He made an effort. All right. So as some of you may or may not know, we have merch for Satisfactory, and we have since the dawn of time, not the dawn of time, but a couple of years ago, Dave from Heroic Replicas reached out to us and has since been partnered with us making a lot of merch, and we've been really happy with the merch that he's made. He's really made a bunch of really cool stuff.
It's sick, quite frankly.
Yeah, and if you haven't noticed this thing in the background, this is not like CGI. This is an actual factory cart that Dave made and shipped from Canada and like assembled it here. And it absolutely works. I can't
Yep.
show it on stream, but it totally works. You can actually ride around in this thing.
Can I try right now?
No, it's not House of Cards behind here. No. But yeah, so and like there's so much stuff. Like Heroic
no.
Replicas makes like replicas, as you may or may not have guessed.
Yeah.
And has made like the Xeno Basher. You want to show it
just-
off? And
Yeah.
like the Lizard Doggo.
This thing always, it's so heavy.
Yeah.
Amazing.
This is gonna be a like GDQ Sense part right now, which is funny because he also sponsored GDQ. So, anyways, but he made like the big Lizard Doggo thingy. There's like beans. There's stuff behind there. The build gun, which I don't know if we've shown this actually. This thing. Look at this. This is I think this is the final version, right, Linus? You know this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the final one.
So this is one you can buy on the website. This is a really cool replica.
Do you want
And
to take this off me?
what?
Do you want to take this off me?
Oh no.
Please, thank you.
All right, fine, whatever.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff on the website, and what was I going with? Where was this? Yeah, and there's like beanies and plushies and whatnot. Not beanies. The bean was what I was gonna say. And yeah, really exciting stuff. And we've been really happy with Dave. And I've got a couple of slides prepared here actually just to showcase some stuff that's related to this. So if you want to move to that scene, Linus, you got that right there. Yeah, nice. So yeah, there's merch, essentially, is what we want to say. There's still merch. Go to lizarddoggo.com. Oh, we got obscured with the picture-in-picture mode. You can just hide. Put us in the top corner, man. There you go. Look at that. Lizarddoggo.com is where you go if you want to check out some of this merch stuff. They're really cool. And there's more coming. There's more coming. So real quick, oh my God, what is up with the slide? Here we go. Yeah, Heroic Replicas, they made replicas for other games, and then they reached out to us and wanted to do a bit more stuff than just this. So, and they've been, yeah, helping us out.
Oh, is that a gunblade?
Yeah, man. Have you not seen that before?
No, I have not.
FFA Gunblade?
Whoa.
Let's go.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm revitalized.
And they made a ton of. You can probably hide the picture-in-picture mode. We'll do this because you gotta get the goodies. There's a ton of stuff on the website. like we don't even have all the merch here right now, which is kind of zany because we have so much merch. Oh, we have the new toilet. We haven't seen this.
Oh yeah.
We haven't shown this off either. Look at this stuff. This is the juicy thing. So if you go to camera 1 there, or camera 3, maybe this is better over here. Look at this.
It's covering me.
The Toilet Flush DLC is finally here. It's not downloadable, but it's flushable. So that's a thing. But yeah, there's a ton of stuff on lizarddogger.com. They also updated recently with the build gun, so you can now download it and stuff like that. And then we got stickers and goodies, and the Toilet Flush DLC, which is the defective logistic coupons, which you can get limited. I think it's like while supplies last. And it's really soft. Get a. Oh, for that. You can't see it on.
Can I make it home? This is nice.
There we go.
No.
It's too late now. But yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
This is so
Had a good feel.
smooth. Get a bit of ASMR here.
Is it picking up? No.
I mean, I hope so.
Yeah.
So yeah, enjoy that. All right. Anyways, so that stuff. There's also new merch such as this coin I got over here. And move the mouse away, and then yeah, the T-shirt. I haven't actually seen this yet. Do we have this in office?
I love this T-shirt.
No, they didn't arrive in time.
Oh, okay, they didn't get it here. Yeah.
Too late with the order.
Bummer. But what we did get. Oh, before we move into this, so yeah, you can get it. So yeah, like there's a new T-shirt with like it's like a band tour thing where it showcases like all the updates that we made, and it's really cool. I think this is also limited supply, maybe. Oh, maybe not this one. But what we did get for this, we have a upcoming piece of merch, which is the vinyl print for the soundtrack for Satisfactory, and we have like a couple of test prints, I think. So quick disclaimer is that like the art isn't final. We're still working on like that stuff. We couldn't get that done in time because we needed to finish the game. But here are the pressings. I guess we can open these and yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So let's we get the full experience here.
It is Christmas today. They were right.
More ASMR.
That's loud, actually. No.
Yeah. So this is the test pressing. Hope there's no spoilers on this. We didn't. What's it called? Check that before.
Yeah, no. Show me too.
Yeah.
On camera.
But yeah, this is what they look like. Oh shit!
Oh.
I'm so scared of.
How do you hold a vinyl?
You wanna
I think
hold the
I'm
corner.
setting some collectors right now, but
Yeah. Look at this.
yeah.
One of them is going to be orange.
Yeah, that's true. So
Yeah.
one of them is going to be orange. So it's, or is it like one side or one fully? Yeah, one fully, right?
full, so-
Yes. So the vinyl that you'll get with the OST will have 2 discs or 2 vinyls. 2 discs. Look at the youngling over here. I actually own vinyl, so I'm not sure why I do buy vinyl. I love this sidetrack, but I love one time when I bought a record, and I bought like the CD version and the vinyl version, and I told a friend of mine like, hey, I bought like a collection thing, like I bought like a CD version and a vinyl version. He was like, you bought the CD version? And I'm like, I love that you got the same reaction that I did. That was so crazy. Like, you're not gonna react to the vinyl thing? All right. But I guess it's like a bit of a thing now when you collect vinyls or something. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, it's 2-track. If you go back to the presentation, yeah, you get the 2-track, and this is, as I said, the art is still work in progress. So this is not the final art, but the vinyls will sort of look like this and have this sort of color, the Satisfactory orange color. And if we go to the next slide, we got some of the new stuff. There's a video on this, by the way. If you go to our YouTube channel, I talked about this in a video that's just called New Merch, I think, recently. So there's an enamel pin set. Wow, I don't know why that was so hard to say. And there's also this USB 3 drive with the digital soundtrack of 8 gigs of storage. But we actually have some new things to talk about. And that is that the next set for pins is available. And it looked like this, the little factor. Oh my god, I haven't seen the factor card before. That looks
really?
so dope. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah.
Oh, that looks so dope.
It's giga cute.
And there's a video here, which I can't play.
Wait, it's playing right now, is it?
Yeah. No.
No. Aw.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't play that. I'm not sure. What was the video about, Linus?
It's one of those like these things, control panels, where you could it's mapped to, like mining and stuff.
Wait, right. Man, I really wish I could
That's
get
kinda
this to
dope,
work.
yeah.
So it's like a mini keyboard.
Stupid Microsoft. Get Bill Gates on the phone. All right. It's cool though. It's like a little mini keyboard sort of.
Yeah. Oh my.
Also in progress, in development, is what is this? What is this bullshit?
Iron ore? No.
Yeah, that's a weird summer sloop. Or sorry, a Mercisphere.
That's a Mercisphere?
Yeah, weird. All right, apparently we were doing this. These are scented candles. And yeah, we're doing that. Or are they, wait, so the golf balls are proper golf balls, right? I'm like half briefed about this. But the golf balls are real golf balls, right?
It's
Yeah.
proper golf balls,
Yeah.
and it's proper candles.
Yeah,
right?
and proper candles, little candles. What smells do we get? Cut grass, burnt wood, shredded petals. I love that.
Surely we have oil.
Just the smell of capitalism in your
course.
apartment.
Yeah.
Smell of industry in the morning.
It
Yeah.
reeks anyway all over the place.
Really nice. So yeah, if this sounds interesting, please check out lizarddoggo.com. There are pre-orders up and for the new stuff that's coming, and there's also like they've built up quite a repertoire of content or like products for Satisfactory, which is really exciting.
It's all good stuff, like very high quality stuff. So yeah.
So thank you so much, Dave, for hanging out with us and being with us.
Big sale going on.
Oh yeah, there's a big sale happening as well. I can't read. So do check that out. I think that sale would go live now, I guess. And if you use the coupon code, wait, is that?
Yeah, that's right.
That looks like placeholder. You can get the sticker pack for free. So yeah, check the coupons and check the website in regards to like shipping and all that stuff to get the full deets. So yes, very exciting. I think that was the last slide. Yeah, look at that.
Good shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Coolio. I'm just gonna take a quick peek at the schedule. I wonder what we have coming up next. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, okay. So, it's community highlights, dude.
Oh, my favorite.
Stoked. All right,
Every time.
Let me just set up the community highlights real quick. Let me just open up the thingy here on the page.
Oh yeah, we have a bunch coming up. Awesome.
Yeah. Let me just prep this real quick before we get into this moment. All right, cool. All right, nice. All right, you ready for some community highlights?
I think so. Yeah.
Let's do
Go
it.
into the highlights.
Yeah.
So,
It's gonna
like
be
every
very
Tuesday,
exciting.
we're finally
Alright,
jumping in,
let's
and
do
my
this.
God,
Community
again.
highlights?
My,
I
wait, what
love
the-
community highlights. Can I do some too? I love this.
Don't we have security?
Wait, who's this guy?
what?
Security. Can we get security?
Hello?
Here? What's going on? How'd you get in here? This door is locked.
going on?
Oh my God,
Oh,
it's James! Holy
Hey
shit.
guys, it's me.
Oh my God, I didn't recognize you at
It's
the
actually
beanie.
me.
God, shit.
Hey, good to see you.
What did you
Again, buddy.
Hey.
And we've hung out before. Good to see you again as well. How's it going, everybody? How's it going?
My goodness. I can't believe you made it.
I made it. Yep. I'm so excited to be here. Clearly, I'm a little nervous. I'm happy to be back. And Community Highlights was always one of my favorite segments to do. So I'm happy to be
why.
back and do it again.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, glad to have you, man.
Yeah, how exciting.
So
Send it.
Yeah, before we get into community highlights, though,
yeah, okay, sure.
we gotta, yeah. So super stoked that you're here because like it felt weird. Oh my God, Chad is absolutely losing their
Chad.
mind.
Oh, they're
So
losing
good
their
to see
mind.
you.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Good to see you again.
So obviously we couldn't do a 1.0 stream
Yeah,
without
we
Jace
couldn't,
because
yeah.
you've been a big part of like the
Yeah.
Satisfactory community and our YouTube channel and all this stuff working together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for inviting me back for this because I really wanted to be a part of it. And I'm so glad
Yeah.
that I can be.
It's super
It's a
stoked.
pleasure, man. I'm a given. Yeah.
I got really nostalgic when I made that video yesterday with all like the videos that we made together. and-
Yeah, the one that you played at the beginning of the stream, right? Yeah, I didn't know that was going to happen at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah, so
and I
like-
was watching it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
The first thing you see is
someone cutting onions, you know? I think it was Hannah.
Oh.
Yeah.
so really cool. But yeah, so glad that you can make it. And yeah, like you said, we can't do community highlights without you, honestly, on the 1.0. Because
Well, I'm really glad to be part of it. And also, these community highlights I put together myself. Oh. These guys haven't even seen them yet.
my
so
goodness. You can
hopefully
probably
it'll be good.
If you just move the camera a little bit so everyone fits in the frame.
Also, who's this?
Uh,
Oh, no. Under the doggo.
Oh, shit.
The doggo is mauling them right
There's a
now.
man here.
we don't talk about that.
Okay. Who is this?
Wait.
Oh my
Oh, no.
We don't talk about that. Right.
All right.
Here we go.
Sorry.
All right. Community highlights. Let's
jump right into it.
Let's jump right into
Shall I,
it.
is it possible for me to take the keyboard?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. Okay, where are we here?
Left and right, and then I'll set up your.
Yeah, that would be good.
Where did they go?
Where did they go?
Here we are. And let me also. Oh, you probably need to like do the. Oh no, never mind. I can do it because I'm a big boy. All right.
Yep. That should be fine. Okay, well, let's see how it goes. All right. For old time's sake, it's been like a year since I've done this.
Need to de-rust.
Oh yeah. I've got to put oil in the joints. All right, here we go.
Let's see how it goes.
All right, the first one is from @CabesGaming on Twitter, and Cabes was basically just taking a look back at their builds over early access, as I'm sure many of us have been leading into 1.0, and this is looking pretty good here. So
Yeah.
farewell to update 8.
Got Lumen going on as well.
Oh, yes, yes, indeed.
Nice lighting.
Yep, really cool. And they've got this awesome little hexagon is the bestagon exterior here facade, which is super sick.
Gotta get all the good old references in here.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. I'm squeezing them in. And it looks like I think they're probably bidding farewell to their builds and starting new. I'm not sure. Though.
Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna chat. Pointed this out again.
Gotcha, fam.
I might. Where is it? This one. We might do.
Oh yeah.
Live. We're doing it live.
Oh my god.
Professional streamer.
Yeah.
Quality, production quality.
Scary.
Let's go.
Like it.
All right. Let's go.
Sorry.
Saved.
And I think they have one more here, I believe.
Holy.
Yeah, just another
my
shot
goodness.
here of these. I just love the lighting here with Lumen as well.
Yeah.
And
That's an angle.
all the lift. True.
It is.
Actually,
Yeah,
it is an angle.
It is an angle.
One of many kinds of angles that it can come from the side. Anyway, that's a reference. Okay, moving on. Okay, thank you very much, Caves Gaming. Really good submission here on Twitter. Okay, and by the way, a new meta emerges. I don't know if you guys noticed. Maybe you did. Okay, but while I was looking through submissions, I noticed that there was a new meta
Okay.
that, to my knowledge, wasn't really around. Okay.
I think I know what's coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me know if
Because
you're right.
we
You
did
think you
feature
know?
this a little bit last.
Ooh,
Yeah.
maybe I'm doubling up here.
Yeah. No. Go for it.
Boom.
Yeah.
Ian the Wonder Dog here.
Yeah.
New meta. So this is a pyramid. I saw quite a few pyramids, and so this is one by Ian the Wonder Dog. Looks really cool. Love the green Billie Eilish green trim here. Again, we're getting all the references in. Super nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was not the one I was thinking of, so that's even
Okay,
Yeah.
but there are more because
Yeah.
it's not just Ian who has the meta here. It continues with GG Star 4000.
Oh, there we go.
This is a really big, really big.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool
Pyramid.
like going into it as well, like the train setup there.
Yeah, and it's really big, so you can go inside.
Oh
There's an entire factory
Holy
inside.
shit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, which is crazy. I would work there. It looks like a nice place to work.
you?
Yeah,
Because a pyramid is technically a tomb, so you'd be buried working here.
you know,
Okay.
it's like a warm embrace. Yeah,
Isn't that cold anyway?
not while
in
you're
this
still
case.
alive. Yeah, okay. And then the next one here is from Scratchy Plum. This is another pyramid. I think this design is really unique, really interesting with these like hexagon
Yeah.
frames,
Yeah.
right? And then there's like nuclear reactors in there. Super wild, super wild. Scratchy Plum has a lot of pictures on Reddit of this, including like the building process of it. So you see it in the earlier stages, and this is it mostly or actually complete. And you can look sort of inside. It was very cool inside as well. Very nice. And there's another beauty shot here with drones flying in. Space elevator at the top, which I also really love. And there's like a awesome structure around the space elevator that I think fits with the space elevator's design too.
yeah.
All the red trimming and everything. So good. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh?
It's all right.
It's all right. I've seen better in my day.
I've built better.
I've built better.
Whoa, ball tails.
Oh.
Oh shit! You're gonna have to own up to that.
Yeah, very good.
I've spoken one lie today so far.
Yeah. All right.
That one?
May or may
Maybe.
not.
We'll have to guess later. Winner gets a prize. Here's the prize. Okay, next up is it's just okay consideration 8091, and Snut, maybe you recognize that number.
It's a little bit of an overflow going on here.
Yeah, they've reached the signed 32-bit integer limit
Yeah.
in the awesome sync. So anyone who doesn't know, 32-bit numbers can only go so high, and if they're signed positive negative, they can only go to that number. So they've reached the limit here, and I'm not sure what happens after. I think it just gets stuck there. I'm assuming they didn't just take a screenshot.
Yeah.
At
At
zero.
that exact
Yeah.
moment.
So I'm
Yeah,
assuming
yeah.
it's stuck there now.
Yeah.
But then I wonder, like, could that number just be unsigned?
I actually don't know.
Yeah, if it could be unsigned, then that value can double,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Right?
Or do you lose points?
Yeah,
Because it goes
maybe.
to the negative.
Yeah, you just got to cash your coupons real quick. But I also note that the DNA points are at 0. So that's another value to get to the 2 billion, 100 million mark. So good luck with that. Okay, consideration. Great effort. Next up is Perforated Soldier. I love this one so much. This is fine.
Why is
That
that
is
Jace?
fine.
Huh?
Why do you like this one? so
I
much?
just love the pink highlights. They're very good. So yeah, got some wacky shenanigans going on in their factory. So I don't know what kind of biomass you've been feeding your burners here, Perforated Soldier, but I don't think this is how things are supposed to be. But luckily,
Oh my goodness.
they've got more.
Yeah. Luckily they got more. Yeah.
But luckily, this has all been ironed out in 1.0. 100%, right? There are no bugs. That's I don't work here anymore. So I'm just gonna say that, and if I'm wrong, sorry. Yep. Very good. Thank you very much, Perforated Soldier. Hear me, Duke. Here. I really hope that that's an okay word to say. I don't know if it is or isn't, but that's their username on Twitter.
It's like the PG-13 version of it, right? Or
I don't know what does it mean.
take a dookie?
Oh, is it poop?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't actually know. Okay. Well,
Hear me, or that's where I went at least. That I may be completely wrong here. Like
anyway, that's their username, and they've made these highways here. And I'm not sure if they've done blueprints or not, but I would imagine these are blueprints or a series of blueprints. That's what makes sense to me.
When they say Route 1, do they mean Pokemon or?
Well, I wrote Route 1 to be honest, and I meant
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon.
Okay, awesome,
So I don't think they said Route 1, yeah. And then more pictures of it here. We've got some trucks on there. But they don't have any on and off ramps built yet. So I think that's probably the next project so that they can actually get their vehicles up there and make use of their highways. Super cool. All right, this is, I'm so excited for the next one.
Oh.
All right, so this is from Fabio Simo,
my
and I would live there. This one had me so giddy. I was so excited. Boys, does this remind you of anything?
I mean, do you want to say it at the same time? Three.
Yeah. Go.
Yeah. Okay. You do the counter because it makes.
Do you
more
have
sense.
an idea?
He doesn't. He's just like fucking.
That looks awesome.
It
Yeah,
does look
it does
awesome.
look awesome.
Does it remind you of anything
Yeah.
though?
2 or 3 different things. I'm probably wrong on all 3.
All right, we'll
Okay,
try
alright.
it. Go for
Yeah.
it.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Final
Midgar.
Fantasy Mid.
There
Yeah.
we
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
say
yeah,
7.
Okay, you
Yeah.
both said Midgar. I was thinking Junon, actually.
Oh really?
By the water.
Yeah, that's true too.
I was thinking Junon.
Oh, yeah.
But we all thought Final Fantasy
yeah,
7.
yeah,
yeah.
Because I got 13 vibes
So-
as well as 8. but yeah.
okay.
But the thing in my mind is when they moved the cannon to Midgar, that's what that
There you go.
reminds me of.
Yeah, yep. And there's a big thing up there that could be the castle.
But that is
yeah.
true. It does look like the what's the name of that town? Junon.
Junon, yeah.
Yeah. The side of the when you start going out in the
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it wouldn't be community highlights without talking about Final Fantasy, folks. So, thanks for being here. And there's a little bit more, another shot of it here. This is
Okay,
so
that's
this is
Junon.
yeah.
Oh, you can see the dolphin down there too.
And even the dolphin's there. Priscilla's there. Yeah.
Oh my god, you remember the name of it?
Yeah, of course I do. But I guess so many
What's
times.
a boss called?
You're out Final
Oh, I don't
Fantasy, both of
remember
us.
the boss.
Ah,
name.
yeah, that's a tough one.
Do you remember it?
No.
Yeah. So I don't actually know what this is. This is H4 site. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know what they actually use it for. But, it could be something nuclear or something. I think it may be modded, I guess, right? I think with these panels and stuff.
This could be vanilla.
Those panels on the control panel look pretty...
Dude, I've been massively surprised at what
Okay.
people managed to
Okay.
do with like ASCII art and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, I don't know. They didn't say either way. But I also, keeping with the Final Fantasy theme, kind of think that, maybe it's like Mako, and they're storing Mako,
Oh,
things like that,
yeah.
Oh, I like that.
So that's just my headcanon. This was all a big Final Fantasy VII tribute. It probably wasn't at all, but it was a really amazing build. Fabio Stimo.
I would live here too.
You'd live there?
Yep.
Yeah? You'd be neighbors?
In the water, like drown.
There?
Sure,
You're
yeah.
gonna swim that? Wow.
Swim in that.
You're going to have a rough time.
Submerge me, baby. I'm ready.
Just shows up with
Yeah.
like 3rd-degree burns.
Yes, yes. Good. Okay, next up, we have Lucky
Oh.
Season 3707.
Hold up. This doesn't
What's
look
that?
like Satisfactory.
It doesn't. Huh, interesting.
Weird. I love that you managed to do the. Oh, that's
Yeah.
such a nice
I did
detail.
sit down and handcraft the little tag in
Oh.
pixel art,
Good.
pixel by pixel, and this is a what was this? A pressure conversion cube? Yeah.
Yeah.
And done in Minecraft, of course. And so maybe this could be a new meta. Satisfactory everywhere. Make satisfactory things in other games.
Yeah.
That could be pretty sick.
Yeah.
And also, just before I was kind of done making this, I noticed that they did an update to this, and they've made it a nuclear pasta. Really cool.
Getting
Really
ready.
cool.
So now they need to do the next step. I don't know if you've seen this, but like now they need to go getting working with the tier 9 stuff where this is used to make the.
Imagine that.
what's
They have to also build a whole particle accelerator.
I can't remember what that part is called. This is the ball that you made into an IKEA lamp later. I mean,
Oh,
that you made into Fixonium.
Yep. Moving on.
Oh,
Next one from Chaos,
Chaos.
1699 TTV. And so Chaos was kind of challenging themselves to how quickly they could finish the game, and just sort of themselves. And it took them 41 hours, which is quite fast to finish the game.
that's insane.
But I also love that, because they were trying to go quickly, I don't think they were really trying to go for any kind of aesthetic. They just wanted to get stuff done.
Yep.
But in doing so, I think they created a really interesting aesthetic
Yeah.
in and of itself.
It reminds me of the elevator, like the lift
That we used to
conveyor lift
have.
thing. Yeah.
Back in the day before lifts were around, yeah.
Yeah.
That same sort of like silhouette, right? And then you can see through it a little bit. And there's something about it, like a lot of these feel like high-rise buildings to me, like little apartments.
Oh my goodness, they managed to do depth of field
They
as well.
did.
Oh, chaos.
Super
Mwah.
nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, particle accelerators.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, speaking of the particle accelerators, you can see them back there.
Yeah.
Oh wait, these are manufacturers? That is, oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is gnarly. So
Oh.
a lot of blueprinting, I guess, but like I just love the look of it. Like I
Oh,
remember
goodness.
before blueprinting, builds sort of looked a certain way. Then when we had blueprinting and people started using them, we had a different like aesthetic emerge when people use blueprinting, and I just like it's like an organic versus an industrial kind of like different aesthetic, and
Yeah.
I like that you see that in these different builds. So this one like feels blueprinty, and I dig it.
Very nice.
Yeah. All right, next up is a flicker from beyond. So this is they call it the Busy Bee Fuel Power Tower, and this is a big old fuel tower. Reaching for the skies, very cool.
That's an angle.
It is true. This is actually a similar angle to before. It is an angle, and it uses a total of 2,400 fuel and generates 30 gigawatts of power. So pretty big power.
Holy Jesus.
As of yet, because we changed our fuel generator.
True, true. So
So,
we'll see how that goes in
yeah.
1.0 if they keep their save. And here's some more shots of it. I just think these shots are just really nice. And you can see here, it's a nice clean build, plenty of space for the generators on the ground floor.
Yeah.
But also up a little further up, it's a bit tighter, but still super clean. And what are you laughing at?
I'm just
huh?
giggling over the fact that so far Chad has been pointing out like almost every time you switch scenes, it's like, oh, that's a nice angle.
Hey, this is an angle, yeah. Speaking of angles, here's another one, and it's from your boy Jace. Look, Mom, I'm on TV. This is my very own build, everyone. And I don't work here anymore, so I could put my own build. I
cheated the system.
I cheated the system. I left so I could be on community highlights.
Goals, to be fair.
And this here is my inverted pyramid turbo fuel tower. It's 5 stories high, very spiky, very ominous. And
Really
it runs
good angle.
Really good angle. And it runs at 100% efficiency and produces a whopping 31.8 gigawatts of power.
It's so funny to see like fucking. Are you like putting what are the floors called the mesh floor thingies?
Frame foundations?
Frame foundations. Yeah. Is that what they're resting on?
They sure are.
Yeah.
You can see them a little bit more here, and you'll see even more in a moment. But all of the turbo fuel is produced from non-GMO, free range, locally sourced oil from the Spire Coast.
Okay,
As you can
yeah.
see here, this is one of them.
Nice.
They're very well taken care of. These oil patches fed in, and then so the
Another nice angle.
here's another one as well. Only the best angles on Coffee Stain Studios devs. You know?
Go on.
The bottom floor creates a heavy oil residue, and then the second floor, these are the bottom two floors, creates 960 turbo fuel per minute using the turbo heavy fuel alt recipe. The only thing that's not produced locally is compacted coal. That's made here in the Dune Desert in this factory here. And Tim here manages the day-to-day operations, and all the compacted coal is droned over to the roof of the turbo fuel tower.
What an MVP.
He looks really menacing in that shot.
Yeah. Both of them, Tim and the
Tim.
yeah. And then this is what the floors look like. It's just fuel generators, you know,
Churning away.
yeah, right next to each other.
Yeah.
But then there's also fuel generators on these platforms, these frame
Oh, that's
foundations
an
there.
angle.
Yeah. This is an angle. A very good one.
This is sketchy. This is the one you don't want to go out and maintain.
Yeah, this is. I've fallen so many times from here. It's not funny. It's actually very funny. And then lastly, the entire thing is held up by Pillar Chan. Just this one pillar, the whole thing.
Linus is shaking his head behind the camera.
Linus does not approve.
Yeah.
And that's my one. Okay, so happy to be on Community Highlights for the first time. How exciting. Moving on. Next up is from Farox here, and this is all in the name of efficiency I wrote here, because this is wild for starters, but the story here is that this is 10 ADS a minute, so Assembly Directory Systems per minute. And this is crazy, because I recently had to go at optimizing my ADS, and I got it to about 1.875 per minute, and they have 10.
Yeah.
They have 10.
That's insane.
And that's crazy. And so they actually, the reason they did this was because they found out that they needed 60 hours or something to idle if they left it at 1 per minute.
Yeah.
And then they ended up spending twice as much time to create this in order to save time. So that was pretty...
This is how the game gets you, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Goddamn time vampire.
Yeah, you think you're saving time, you're not.
Yeah.
But if you're having fun, I mean,
I think
I guess.
Yeah.
they probably feel very accomplished with what they've done
I'm
here.
hoping so,
for
yeah.
sure.
10 a minute is
is
quite
impressive.
good.
Yeah.
Next up is from Slavao.
Ooh.
And everything is in the circle. So I think this is a really cool and massive circular base. It is 300. The angle is 360 degrees.
Oh, that's
That's an angle.
That is
That is every
That
angle.
is it's such an
That
angle.
is every angle.
Damn.
And
They won the
no
angle
angles.
game.
and also no angles at the same time, no edges.
I think
No
at least,
idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
if I get the math right, yeah.
Yeah. You're just doing the
Wait.
math. Carry the one.
Is circle no edges or all the edges?
Yep.
Yeah.
Schrodinger's edges.
That's not helping, Mom. Tell me. I'm lost there.
Maybe chat knows. So this building, I think, if I understand correctly, Slavo has tried to rebuild and finish the game a bunch of times, and this is one of their recent attempts. And I think this has like every item in it.
Yeah.
Or at least most of the produced items. And this is just a bit of a closer look, and it has all these like cool beams going to the center, space elevator in the middle. And now, yep, so got some notes here. So this is another amazing shot. I'm just looking at what other notes I made.
All his note says is cool angle, cool angle.
Yeah, that's what it
Cool
says,
angle.
yeah.
Here.
Yeah, so it was saying that like I think that they do make all the parts here because I think in the Reddit post they also shared that they had all the space elevator parts done. That was the first post.
Wait, so they make the parts inside their central storage area?
I think that's what this does. That's what like
Damn.
all of these things here. I think they do all the
Oh, they do. Oh,
yeah. So
really interesting.
So here's another shot of it, and there'll be another better shot in a moment.
Gotcha.
But you can see more particle accelerators here. So there's like a lot of advanced parts being produced here. And another internal shot, super nice.
So this is like a big assembly, like
hub. It's like
hub, yeah.
just kind of does everything because then you can see
Really
from this
cool.
shot here, they're just like pumping things in from all directions,
Yeah.
from all angles. One might
Oh,
say.
wow.
Yeah,
That's insane. I think it takes
That's
as
neat,
long to
but
build this as it takes to finish the entire game. Honestly.
yeah, it's gnarly. It's gnarly. So another really good build here. Wild.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. And there's a lot more photos on the Reddit as well. So if you look, check them up on Reddit, you'll find this posted.
Plenty of good angles over there.
Yeah. so
I like angles.
Next up, we have BL Andrew
Oh, no.
575.
Lizard Dongo
I skipped.
Angler.
Yeah.
I-
Dongo Angler.
I did watch him when he was doing this.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So, BL Andrew, just doing BL Andrew things, taming 4,000 lizard doggos. So
Yeah.
here's a bunch. I'm sure they're all well fed.
When you're waiting for 1.0, this is what happens. I guess.
Just
When you've done everything.
and your BL Andrew.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
Oh wait, go back one slide.
Sure.
Are those angles to the right? 180 to 70 to 60?
Yes. Yeah. Going 90-degree angles.
Hell yeah.
Right
Yeah.
angles.
With
Even.
angles, yeah.
On the right. Yeah. Angles. And then, yeah, this is absurd. So here's the 4,000. So,
Yeah.
and another like wide shot here of this is just bananas.
Yeah.
Actually.
And I think he said like during stream that like because people ask him like, can we name all the lizard doggos? It's like,
Oh my God.
If I'm gonna name every single lizard doggo, it's gonna take, and he calculated like how long it would take, and it was like years or something like that.
Get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Get to
Or
it, BL Andrew. Which camera are we looking at?
The middle.
All of them.
Get to it, BL Andrew. Actually, don't worry about it. It'll take a while. And apparently, this was running at 1 to 2 FPS on the end, which is and with
That sounds like an Andrew build.
That sounds like an Andrew average Andrew build. You know,
I can't believe Andrew managed to get a game running at 2 FPS without any factors in it. Okay, that's that's insane to me.
And yeah, 6 million U objects in here just from the lizard doggos.
Oh, only?
Casual.
That's all.
Oh, okay.
And of course, a couple fences, but mostly the doggos. Now, I'm actually going to leak something.
Wait.
Wait.
Whoa.
Everyone thought that
We didn't
things
discuss
were
this
announced,
beforehand.
and that's just not true. There's something new. There's something new. All right.
Gotta hurry up here.
You might have remembered about the big crab, everyone.
Oh, too soon, man.
We all know the ups and downs,
Too soon.
and I just want to let you all know that it's making a comeback, folks. And here it is, made by Muted Artist Player. An old friend returns.
Nice.
The big crab is back, everyone.
It's got a filter as its face. That's really good.
It's back. Yep. Look out for it. It's gonna eat you.
It's coming right for us.
It's coming right for you. Grab your Xena bashes, everyone.
Now this one's cute. We'll let it.
Super
let it
nice.
slide.
Yeah.
This is really cool. Yeah.
And here's the
Aw.
top of it there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Spoilers, man.
So, sorry. Look.
Yeah.
Again. What are you gonna do? Fire me?
We can do it 2 times. Don't.
oh no.
Don't
oh, no.
tempt. Like don't press your luck, man.
Yeah. No. Very good. Very good. Amazing build there. And yeah, that is the Satisfactory community highlights segment from the 1.0 stream. And if you
Damn.
want to submit your things, use Satisfactory screenshots, hashtag on Twitter, or screenshot flare on Reddit.
Yeah. And then we'll see them. Good
Yep.
times.
And
I
it
think
might
this
even
is,
come-
by the way, a record of the amount of slides we've ever had on community highlights, and we've blasted through them. It's amazing to watch.
You know what? Vamonos.
Have you done this before?
Vamonos
Once
is
or
good.
twice, yeah.
Once or
Once or
twice.
twice, yeah. It's been a
What are
while.
these
though.
2 extra ones? What's good?
I think they're empty.
Oh, okay. Just like
Maybe hidden
bonus
slides
slides.
or something. Yeah, yeah.
Bonus
So
slides.
that's it, yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Cool. Wow. I mean, I'm like a little bit like lost for words, honestly, because like, damn, that was
Nice
a lot.
angle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So many angles.
Yeah,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
It was good. It was
Yeah.
good to be back. I was glad to do this again with y'all.
Yeah. Do you have any like favorite memories from working on the game you want to share?
Don't say quitting.
No. I mean, there's so many. There's like, the Update 3 Pipes reveal was
Yeah, that was baller.
one of the most unrivaled moments because like there's so many things that were happening on that. Like one, it was a super hype reveal.
Yeah.
But 2, there's just like I think we had a good time on that stream too. But then there was also like me uploading translations to the I think patch notes video which dropped with it or something like that at the same time while we were streaming.
Yeah.
And like there's just like it was really chaotic and interesting. So I think that might be one that sticks out. I mean, doing the golf video was incredible. TwitchCon was wild. I remember I was talking to someone downstairs about the when I went to Gamescom that one time, and I got to meet a lot of people. That was really fun as well. So many.
Yeah.
It's
Because
unbelievable.
the thing for me was when I was looking through when I was making the video, was like there were so many things I forgot.
Yeah.
'Cause it's been so long.
Yeah,
since,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
We remember I feel like sometimes we selectively remember like certain things that were like, oh, this was a good moment, but like there's so many more that
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just didn't remember.
Yeah, it was good to see it all in that one video. I was like,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Including the update 2, the trains in nuclear. That was a wild ride because Snut and I didn't know what was going to happen because we filmed on a train. We didn't know how that was going to go. We were planning on going to a nuclear plant.
Yeah.
We didn't know how that was going to
like,
go.
Also,
Yeah.
for the record, in Sweden, it's illegal to film nuclear power plants because they're like protected buildings, and you know you're not allowed to come near them with a camera.
Yeah.
So we just like showed up and like, hey, can we film? And like, yeah, we can escort you.
Well, here I'll give you here's the real plan,
Yeah,
right?
you-
The plan was we're going to go there, and we're going to get denied, so we'll film in the opposite direction.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot
That
about
was the
that.
plan. We're going to be like, it's over there, but we can't show you.
Yeah.
Right. That was the plan. That was the fallback plan. And so we went there, and we there's got like a reception area, and it was just closed, and all the lights were off. We're like, there's no one here, whatever. And then so we started to leave, and someone walks out, and turns out that lady was like the head of marketing and
yeah.
PR person, the only person who could have authorized us to do something. So she's like, you can stand here, you can film in this direction, whatever. And then it worked out, and we actually got to include it. Yeah,
It's nutty.
wild.
Wild.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's been like all the I always look back at like all the videos we made and like remember, oh, I was so stressed when making that, especially the CERN trip.
Oh, that was
That was
the
a
most
nightmare.
stressful.
You had like a ton of issues with luggage.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good
Had
time.
to go back to the airport at 9 p.m. Yeah, pick stuff up. Yeah.
But you know the thing with like what's the theory with like you have a present self, you have like a past self, and like
Yeah.
you tend to remember trips. Like there's the whole mind thing where if you went to a trip, like your perfect vacation, but you would forget it after you leave, or you would have like a lousy location, but it'd be in your favorite spot or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like most people would always pick their favorite spot because they would always
Remember it.
want to remember.
Yeah, I
it.
would choose that too.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the sense for me too, with like a lot of memories that we've like a lot of these moments that we had when we were doing stuff for work that I was just like, I remember in the moment that was not a good time.
It was
like,
awful in
But
the moment,
after
yeah.
afterwards, it just feels good. So
Yeah, I completely agree, and I think easily my favorite things were probably the hardest things that we did. So that CERN trip was definitely one of them, especially since we had no idea if we were going to get to see the Hadron Collider at all.
Yeah, that too.
And we were trying to get in, and it was a nightmare. But
and we tried to sneak in.
we tried to sneak
Well,
in.
I feel like we didn't though, because like
no, we didn't. They let us in.
what?
Yeah.
They let us in.
It-
They let us in.
it
But
was
then they
like-
said, hey, you have to get back out, and then we have to line up
like
again.
essentially Adu just let us through a portion of the line, and we're like, all right, cool. And then someone came like, no, you're not allowed to do that. And I was like,
Yeah.
but he told us.
Because we said we were filming a video.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But yeah, but like those things were good memories. Yeah, good times.
And I think I've seen that you've finished phase 4.
I have finished Satisfactory early access.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
I will say that after leaving Coffee Stain and not working with Satisfactory, it meant that I got to play the game in like a different way. Like it wasn't work anymore. I got to just relax with the game, and the game is just so good. Like I loved it. I just kept playing it because it's just like, I played it on stream because I was just like, it's just so fun to stream, and it's like so satisfying to get things done. And there were so many accomplishments that I made along the way that I didn't think I could in Satisfactory, and one of them eventually was actually finishing phase 4, and that was a moment. I had a lot of people watching at that time too, so it was really fun.
That's not it. Have you seen that we have reduced the
I have.
requirement? Yeah.
I have. You know what? I'm glad that I achieved it my way. That's okay. That's okay. I'm not the one who always wants the easiest road. I don't mind if my path's a little harder. Yeah, so it was good.
Is 1.0 a replay angle?
Replay
Yeah.
angle.
Yeah.
So I'm currently planning to continue my save.
Okay.
So I've done a lot of preparation for my save. I've used priority power switches to isolate all my factory parts, and then I've turned them all off. So my factory is off now.
Right.
And then what I'm gonna, and I've backed up update 8. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check 1.0, see if anything has been swallowed by mountains or anything like that. If so, go back to update 8, move things, and then like go back to 1.0, and then I'll just have to redo some recipe stuff. And then I've also color coded and put signs up for every one of my miners with their outputs and what resource they are. So all I have to do in theory is find a replacement node, plug it into the same conveyor belt, and then I'm good to go.
go, yeah.
So hopefully I'll be able to continue my save. But at the same time, I'm also interested in restarting because obviously there's narrative related stuff that would be interesting. And I'd also like to see what the experience is from the beginning as well.
Yeah.
Since things have changed.
Because I'm at tier 6 and I've been like, I am not restarting because I spent so much time getting to this point.
Yep.
And now I'm like,
yeah. So I'm interested both ways, but at the very least, I absolutely want my current factory working in 1.0.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Regardless of whether I start
how long
again.
have you had that one?
Since like update 1.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Years. Yeah.
'Cause I feel like there's a little bit of like a bragging rights when you can actually be like, yeah, I was here since update 1 and I actually have been able to like since my very first factory and get through it. And I think it's a little bit testament to us too that like that the game has been playable, like that you can actually do that all the way.
Yeah. And not only that, it's I didn't have a point. Oh no, I'm forgetting it.
Oh no, we lost the angle.
Yeah, I lost the angle.
Here, have a circle.
Thank you. No, I guess it's not coming back.
Yeah.
Oh well, is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I'll forget it. I'll remember it as soon as someone stops talking.
Yeah. As soon as you leave the stream, like,
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
No, it's
Okay,
really.
I remembered it.
Go for it.
Also, that save file is the save file that I recorded a lot of B-roll and footage for Coffee Stain videos in as well. So that's the same save we used when we did a stream on Epic things.
Is that save?
That's that save.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
So
Wait, really?
Yep.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yep.
Damn.
So yeah. So a lot of memories tied to that save. I want to keep it.
I forgot about that entire thing.
I remember.
I remember
everything except for sentences.
I just remember the moment when you ran up and we got attacked by hogs and it just go like, oh, look at the gamers. Yeah. So like I'm also curious, like since you left Coffee Stain, like what has have you watched any videos that we put out or
Yeah, I watched all of
like
them.
what's been your perspective like when you're not like I mean, I think you know most things that we revealed, but like what has been your like from outside looking in? Like
it's been fun and it's been weird as well.
Yeah, I assume so.
Yeah. Like I think in the beginning there was like a part of me that like it stung a little when I would watch the videos. It was like, leaving behind this thing. But then I sort of got used to it, and then I was like, I settled into just being a community member, and it was kind of just really fun. And then I just got hyped for the updates, and just been enjoying it since. And I think you've been doing a great job with the videos as well, and the production is like really good too. I think it's way better than my production ever was. So I think everyone has been in pretty good hands with the both of you.
You get the formal. Here's the formal sign off. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
So super glad you can join us and be here for this moment.
Yeah.
Like I said before, it felt weird not having you here since you've been such a big part in like both the YouTube channel and the streaming that we've done and all that stuff. Like it's like it's one big journey, and like while you don't have to be there for the entire thing. I wasn't there from the very first beginning, but like, Satisfactory is as much to me as it is to you in terms of like what we've put into it and made, and everyone at Coffee Stain really. Yep. It's like a big labor of love.
Yep. Like I've sort of said this before as well, is that like I spent 9 years at Coffee Stain.
Yeah.
And so I was at, I don't know how long Satisfactory's been developed for, 8 years or something like that. I was there for 7 of them, or whatever the length is minus 1. To me, like I still cherish that whole time that I have, and all the accomplishments that I made along the way, or that we all made along the way. That's all still there. That's all still valid. And then just me leaving at the end, to me, doesn't spoil it. So I'm still really proud of all that, and I'm actually also proud of leaving sort of when I did, because I've been doing a bunch of things that I'm really happy that I've been doing. Yeah. So to me, it's all good, and I'm just watching you guys finish the game. It's super sick, and it's happening now. I don't know. It's just been all good. Yeah.
Cool. Where can people find you?
Under a rock. Yeah. No, if you want to find me, because I am still on the internet, by the way.
And I don't mean like actually find you.
My address is... No, I am still on the internet. I'm still doing things. I make content. I do streams. I make YouTube videos. I do devlogs for I'm working on a game, and I'm Gemballs everywhere. JEMBAWLS. Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, whatever. And I make variety videos on games. I do variety streams, dev streams, devlog videos. Yeah.
Done a
Just
bunch
whatever
of
is
Satisfactory
interesting.
videos.
Yeah, lots of
Yeah.
Satisfactory stuff because I was trying to finish the game. Yeah, and I've done like IRL streams and stuff in the past, so like some travel-y things. So like you never know, it's a mixed bag. If you want to hang, you can come hang.
Good times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming, Jace.
No worries. Thank you very much for
awesome.
having me. I
Yeah.
really appreciate it. It really is super nice to have come back
Yeah,
for
and,
this
there's
stream.
plenty of people that are really happy that
Thanks
you can join as
everybody.
well. Like,
Good to see you all again.
People have been asking me about this, like, why don't you gotta get Jace back on the stream? I'm like, I mean, yeah, I mean, we are.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. There's a thing I want to say real quick.
Yeah.
Is that my community on my Discord?
Yeah.
I told them that I was working on my game today and watching the stream, and I've been in the voice chat with them all day. But I've been here. So I don't know how they felt about that. Hi.
Debated.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's been good.
Ultimate
Good
content.
day.
Awesome.
Well, best of luck
Yeah.
for the launch, everyone. And I'll see you all later. Bye, guys.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for coming.
See ya.
Oh boy, we are 35 minutes away. Is it 35? Yeah, holy shit. 35 minutes away from releasing the game.
My back's hurting.
It is tricky because like
Yeah.
you have to sit proper on these couches because of the mics. They're super, you gotta get up and open it.
Like I proved in the beginning when I was sitting over here.
Yeah, exactly. So I am feeling it too. But yeah, if you're just joining us right now, welcome to the release stream. We are 35 minutes away from, well, I don't know why the timer's doing that, but we are 35 minutes away from the full release, and it feels really strange because we have been planning this release for, like, from marketing perspective or like community marketing perspective, we have been planning this release for more than a year now. Like we launched the roadmap video in January, talking about the revealing that we're not doing more updates. At 1.0 is the next thing. We also set up the whole laser thing, which I'm really proud of. That joke was set up in January, by the way, folks. Okay, yeah, we've been just like, this has been one of the few times when we make these like marketing campaigns, or what you want to call it. Like I don't really see it that way, but making content for our releases where we actually had the game sort of finished and like in a good state, so we can actually make content and actually know what we're doing. When me and Jace went to CERN and we're filming for Update 3, that was not done at all. And we just got a list of like, these are the potential things that might be in Update 3. And we just filmed a ton of stuff that didn't make it into the game. For instance, the big alien bug thing. That was, maybe it was going to happen in Update 3. It didn't happen. So yeah, it feels really strange that we're actually at this moment right now, like doing the dev stream, counting down. There's like almost 30 minutes left before it actually hits, where, yeah, it's finally happening.
I'm kind of curious personally because, I mean, when I arrived, I don't remember a time here that was not like 1.0 centric, work-wise at least, internally. So just arriving here and then just wondering what's going to happen now, from now.
Yeah. Well, if you're curious what's going to happen from now on, is that we're gonna keep working on Satisfactory. So Satisfactory is not like one and done once 1.0 comes out. We are planning to do more work on it. We haven't fully announced anything yet, but we have some ideas now on what to do. We'll talk about that in the near future. But yeah, there's more Satisfactory coming. We also have Fixmas coming up that we've committed. I mean, we officially said it now, I guess, but we are committed that we're gonna fix Fixmas.
Nice idea.
You can roll a technical. No. So we're gonna fix Fixmas. So Fixmas is like same quality of 1.0. essentially. So that's the least thing we're gonna do. But we also have some ideas of what we can do, and we'll see like which direction we take it and how big of a change we plan to do. But yeah, like Satisfactory is like in 1.0, is gonna be in 1.0 state. So it's like, it's gonna be, we have to handle the game a little bit differently going forward, because when you're in early access, we have a little bit more, like, I wouldn't say freedom, because we still have some form of obligation,
commitment to
to commit to, like, because we always felt that like the game still needs to be of a certain quality even in early access, and we can't just go willy-nilly and experiment and stuff like that. So but there have been like a bunch of tech debt that we've really tried and hunker down and like really solve for 1.0 and fix a lot of bugs. I'm sure there are plenty of bugs that you guys are curious about and have asked me about, and we haven't really made a video on that because it's really hard to it's really tricky because we could make a video talking about like all the things that we fixed for 1.0 that have been like legacy issues and whatnot, but the truth is that like sometimes certain things can break again, and you've seen that happen. So like it can go a little bit up and down, but we have gone through a substantial list of legacy issues, and we also have had many meetings where we like trying to nail down like what do we need to have in the game for us to be able to call it 1.0, and like what are the sort of, you know, do we have to have a full-fledged, you know, train system? Like maybe we don't need that. Maybe the train system we have is good. Of course, it would be nice if we had, you know, being able to set multiple signaling chains or rerouting and whatnot. But, you know, for what it's worth, like the train system works. There are a couple of bugs, and those are more important to fix rather than to like ad hoc new systems into it. And this is like a balancing act too, because I think in certain aspects they're also like we could do more with what we have for 1.0, and in certain aspects we have, such as with the quality of life stuff that we felt we needed to fix, and we needed to leave it in a good enough state. So yeah, I don't know. I don't remember where this tangent started from. I think it's just like it feels surreal to be this close to release. And it's I'm glad that you're all here with us for this moment, because it's been years in the making, and we wouldn't be where we are without you guys.
Half an hour.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
Wow.
We just hit the mark, or about to hit the mark. Because yeah, the community. I want to take a little moment to talk about the community, because the community have been really supportive, and like really, I think we've had a really good balance of being able to get proper feedback from people and also joke about stuff. I'm really happy that we're able to make the type of content that we made as well, because I think a lot of studios are a bit afraid of doing the type of stuff that we do. Because like the toilet flush announcement, for instance, was something that I think some people were very like worried that like people would take it in the wrong way, and I'm so pleased that like every single person that I saw take those news on like got the joke. Well, 99% of the people got the joke. There were a couple of but like all media that wrote about it, like they all nailed the like.
But that is testament again to how persistent and how just supportive, I guess is the word, the community has been in terms of just being there for the long ride, and then indulging in just making the jokes, the memes, the funny moments, and just like having the because the toilet trailer was in one way kind of a payoff for an ongoing meme that's been around since how long?
Since Jay started that meme, I think, where we talked about Toilet Flush DLC, and then for those who don't know, we decided to not make it into DLC. It's like actually part of the game, so you are going to be able to flush the toilet in the hub. I'm not sure if that maybe people still think that was a joke that we made for the announcement trailer, but you are actually able to flush the toilet in the hub. It's fully functional, and it's a part of the hub. And it's a part of Satisfactory now. It's a part of history.
Please close the lid before you do. Can you close the lid on the toilet?
Yeah. I see people. I thought it was a joke. No. It's real. You can totally do it. It serves a purpose. So really excited about that stuff. What are you looking forward to after today? I'm looking forward to sleeping.
Food, sleeping.
We're gonna have burgers after this, by the way. We're gonna hold the tradition of eating burgers after stream, even on release day. I'm not sure if they knew that when they booked this, but
I don't think I mentioned it at least.
No. But we are doing it. So really excited about that.
So a joint that's very loved by most staff here. So it's like was kind of a given anyway.
So we're going to take a little bit of a moment to talk about not the patch notes, but I mean, we're going to talk about the patch notes because we do have the patch notes. Also, fun fact, I'm not sure, wait, I need to actually have the correct data when I say this, but so the way that production for 1.0 has gone is essentially that we've had our updates running. I think if you remember the roadmap video, I kind of explained this, but we've had our general production going, like with making updates and like working towards making, you know, the stuff that goes into these updates. And then we've had people working on 1.0 like side by side. I don't know how to explain this. In the graphics, they were top down, but at the same time, we've been working on updates. We've been working on 1.0. So there's been a lot of like, while working on updates, we were also working on 1.0. So like we've worked on 1.0 content for so long. And one of the producers Uzu mentioned that like he was doing the patch notes for 1.0, and it's like impossible. It's like I think he said there were 50 pages.
Yeah, the amount of text.
Yeah. Like in the original, we're not gonna have that actually, but like he mentioned that like going through all the change lists that we have when we're committing stuff on for working on this game. If we just collected all the changes and combined them into one single document, it was like 50 pages.
It's just a box of screws.
Yeah. And some of these, they're bullet point, by the way. But so I wanted to take a moment to talk about the patch notes that we are going to publish, if I can find them. I'm looking in the wrong chat. Because we needed to, the patch notes will be a little bit different for 1.0 because we couldn't do like the traditional like here are the bullet points. We actually had this issue last time where we hit the limit on Epic. Sorry, on Steam.
On Steam, yeah.
Like there's a limit on how big your patch notes can be, and we hit that, which was a first for us. And that was update 8. And update 8 was also a long lasting one. Where is the thingy? Say something interesting while I look for this, because
Something interesting. I was trying to buffer something, but I'm kind of balling with the idea of what to do with the Lego from now on. Just what kind of content to make out of that.
Yeah, we can't leave that unfinished.
I really hope that wasn't insane for like assuming or claiming one piece was missing. But Linus, you couldn't find it either, right? The you know, no, it is gone. Yeah. Thank God for that. So I am saying I am not the problem, for once.
We are both the problem.
The missing bag of
We're
pieces.
both the problem. Can someone, one of the producers, can somebody message me the patch notes because I cannot access them in the channel. It's like password protected. Apparently the patch notes are so secret that we can't even read them internally. So if someone is able to send that to me, that would be great.
Right? Are they keeping stuff from us too?
Apparently.
Are there spoilers we don't know about?
Well, maybe I can.
Bro, imagine if there are. That would be sick.
Maybe I can
That would be sick.
look at
Because again, I am already stoked for everything coming, like everything we all know at this point. But if there is even more stuff, holy moly!
Yeah, I mean, that's been sort of the issue in making content for this in particular, because there is so much stuff, and there's gonna be a lot of stuff that I didn't mention in like the content that I made, because there's a lot of tweaks that working on this big of a game. There are oftentimes few people at the company know everything. Like I think. I don't think I can count. Like we could potentially count the amount of people that know everything working on this game is like on one hand.
Yeah. Even that's kind of a lot, actually.
Yeah, and like even then it might be tricky. Hannah, savior.
Oh.
If this is what it is, she just sent me a clown meme. Can't believe this shit. No, but like it's such a huge game, and it's like I constantly when I talk to people. What is this doing? Whoa, I've never seen this before. Wow, wait. Anyway. If you could only see what I see. No, but like, so very few people know everything. And I oftentimes, when I talk to people, I often hear like, whoa, I didn't know you could do that. And even when I've made the videos, people like Coffee Stain message me like, whoa, I didn't know you could do that. So like, it's a big game. Mm-hmm. And even though, you know, people are constantly playtesting it and building stuff for it, there's still things to discover.
Yeah.
All right, so but let's just quickly go through sort of a list of things that are coming in 1.0. How do I get rid of this Teams thing?
The game is out in 20 minutes, man. Surely they can wait.
No. We gotta summarize. Yeah, we gotta summarize. So if you're just tuning in, this is the countdown stream for 1.0, where we're gonna drop 1.0 in a little bit less than, what's the time? 20 minutes. Yeah, exciting. And in 1.0, there's gonna be a lot of new stuff that you haven't seen yet. There's gonna be a lot of nice bug fixing, a lot of optimization, and there's gonna be a lot of new content that you've all been waiting for. And one of the new content that people have been asking for a long time is new factory building. So Tier 9 is going to be available in 1.0. And very exciting, the final phase of project assembly. And by the way, we've also sort of retconned some of the narrative that we revealed up until this point. Characters such as Karina Parks and Steve are well, sort of. Katarina Parks is still mentioned in the game. Fun fact, but they don't play as big of a role as they originally were going to do.
Was Caterium still named after Katarina Parks?
Yeah, so I think that's still the case here.
Cool.
So that's still the same. I just wanted to make that video to sort of make sure that everyone's on page that okay, we don't expect what you've heard before.
Yeah.
Anyway, so tier 9 is going to be the main thing in 1.0. That's the main new thing, and it's all about finishing project assembly. And project assembly is part of the Save the Day program, which is something we've not talked too much about before. Is the whole narrative of the game. So you're finally going to get some form of conclusion to the game, which might be strange in a factory building game, but there is one, sort of. You'll understand what I mean when you play the game.
Soon, finally.
And so a lot of new stuff in Tier 9 is related to the quantum tech that I've showcased in a teaser video a while ago, and that's 2 new buildings. The converter and quantum encoder. Converter essentially converts you can convert resources into other resources, which is something that solves a big problem that we've had in the game for a long time, where if you run out of sulfur, for instance, it's easier to sort of build your own chains and be able to use that. There's a quantum encoder, which is a new production, and the converter does many other things. I'm just going to glance through this real quick. And the quantum encoder takes part of the big complex building parts. So you use the converter in a lot of those chains. And the quantum encoder has 2 requirements, or one requirement is that it needs the new matter, which is excited photonic matter, which is used in every recipe in that. And it also produces a byproduct, which you need to solve for all recipes in that. And it's interesting problems. We've got conveyor lifts Mark 6, something that people have been asking about for years.
And belts.
And what?
Belts.
Belts. Yeah, belts. Did I just say lifts? Yeah. No, we only have lifts. You can only transport them vertically. Yeah.
The unhinged builds that come from that.
Yeah, so you're finally going to be able to take advantage of the 1,200 resources per minute that you can output from a Mark III miner. That's happening. And some people also asked from the videos but what if you overclock because I mentioned the particle accelerator, it takes 600 coal to be able to produce 30 diamonds, but then how are you supposed to, because that's more than, if you overclock that to 250, that's more than 1,200. And I'm not going to give you the answer, but there's a way, okay? Exciting. But there are going to be some, I think, recipes in the game still that you can't take full advantage of due to some limitations. But at least from the Mark III miner resource thing, you're gonna be able to take.
You'll find a way. It's you guys are talking about that.
We got the Blueprint Designer Mark II, which is really exciting because a lot of people have asked us for a blueprint designer, bigger blueprint designer, and we decided to go this route. Instead of just taking the default blueprint designer and increase it, we decided to go with adding a Mark II. And you're going to essentially get access to the Mark I in the same place that you do now, which is tier 4.
It's 4, yes.
None of us in the room play the game. Okay.
It's 4. 4 confirmed.
Yeah. And then you'll get access to the Mark II later in the game. And it's a 5x5, 5x5x5 blueprint designer. So it's a bit bigger. It might not sound like a lot, but having just that one extra foundation length actually does a huge difference. And everyone who's been playtesting it has told us that now they're able to do stuff in the blueprint designer that they weren't able to do before.
And I got the highlights out of that.
There's a new fuel type called Fixonium, which you saw in the teaser video as well. The ball-looking thing might remind you of something else.
The ball of soup.
No relation. It's purely coincidental if it looks like something else. And with this, you're going to be able to create plutonium waste, which will finally sort of... This is wrapping up a big loose end in the game where you can finally sink plutonium waste into producing Fixonium. And then with Fixonium, you can make Fixonium fuel rods, which you can then use in nuclear power plants. And these do not produce any waste. They are the worst fuel type in the game, as in they burn the fastest. But you're finally going to be able to close the loop, sort of, for that. And then we have all the new alien tech stuff. So in the last video, I finally revealed the alien technology. This has been in the game since dawn. This is the dawn of time. They've always had this work in progress mark.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Now they're usable, and they are by far the most usable items in the game,
yes.
in my opinion.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
it's up to everyone. Okay, but the dimensional depot, which I'll talk about first, is the way to essentially get a central storage area. If you've played Minecraft, it's similar to the Ender's. What's it called? Ender's Nether. Nobody in here plays Minecraft either.
For 40 minutes.
The chest where you can essentially access environment center. So like with the dimensional depot, you can upload your production parts and you can access them wherever you are on the planet. And it's a bit limited, so you can't have like infinite access to it. Ender chest, thank you, chat. Yeah, there were some people in chat who played Minecraft at least.
Imagine that.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to take advantage of being able to access stuff. And I've always thought that this has been one of the biggest gripes when playing the game, is that like when you're just running around the building, you're constantly being like, I ran out of this thing, and now I gotta run back. And it's always like one thing. It's always like, I'm out of plates.
Yep.
And I gotta back to the base just to get plates. And then you run back to base and you get plates and you're like, go back to where you were building. And then like, I forgot this thing, I need concrete. And go back and forth constantly.
Or too few plates or whatever.
Yeah, like this is by far the biggest, like in my playstyle at least, the biggest gripe I've had. And it really made it so much better. It may seem like, I've seen a lot of discussion online where people feel like this will eliminate some of the fun with the game and it will limit like central storage areas and stuff like that. I think you'll still find use cases for that. I think there's still some fun things you can do with that, and having a central storage area is still nice. I still have that in my save file. I still have a central storage area. So I just think that you'll play the game a bit different, and I think you'll set up your bases a bit differently, but they're still usable. And also there's the limits to dimensional depot as well. So like it's not like it's infinite. In the end game, it's gonna be way smoother, but there's still a limit to it. Yeah. And you're also limited by the limited amount of Smurfspheres on the planet. And then we have alien production amplifier, which is the alien overclocking. No, not alien overclocking. It's the power amplifier augmenter. Sorry, I just jumped ahead. Or maybe I didn't.
Wait.
They've combined it into one thing here, I think.
Okay.
Which is a use case for summer sloops. You can put these in the power augmenter building that you've seen in the last video. The big laser machine, big loud laser machine.
Finally.
Yeah. And with that, you're gonna be able to improve your factory production by increasing you're gonna be able to boost your power essentially. Very juicy. And then alien overclocking, which is the internal work name for it, but alien amplification, I think is the name, where you can overclock your buildings even more, essentially. You can spend summer sloops to be able to get a bigger output with the cost of much bigger, like
huge power consumption.
Yeah, I think it's like 4 times in a lot of cases.
Something in that ballpark.
Which goes hand in hand with like why you need the power augmenters, because you'll need more power. So, but you'll need to figure out how to spend those. And one fun fact, I believe, is that the amount of Mercerspheres and summer sloops have changed on the map. So we have changed like the ratio, and we've reduced the amount of summer sloops and we increased the amount of Mercerspheres. There's also like a couple of factory cosmetic stuff. We've added a couple of new buildables. I think a lot of people wanted way more cosmetic stuff, but that's maybe for the future, you know, like that's maybe something. But we've added a couple of new things. We've added 2 new barriers. We've added a new fence. We've added, so you can add like materials to all your buildings. So instead of just having the regular old factory colors sets that we have, you can now also have cool finishes such as like chrome and bronze, and Caterium is one of them. So making them all shiny and stuff. Really nice. And they can be used on like almost all the buildings. So it's not just like for walls and floors and stuff like that. It's actually for every. And in fact, almost every video I've made, I've used the I can't remember. It's like
the iron colored-ish.
Yeah.
Not silver,
what's
but
the cool like carbon fiber color? It's called carbon fiber something I think in the game. On concrete, which I always thought looked pretty cool. So it's not just like dark in color concrete. It's actually with a different finish. And now we're at and there's also new windows. I forgot to mention that. And I didn't say this in the video, but I did show it in the B-roll. There are now stairs in Satisfactory.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how about that? So confirming that once and for all, because I saw there was still a little bit of doubt when I published the video, but there are new stairs in the game, okay? And they're pretty baller. Not gonna lie, they're pretty useful. And you can make like, people at Coffee Stand have made like huge like spiral staircases that go super high up, and it looks super cool. So really looking forward to that. And yeah, that's mostly the cosmetic stuff. And now we're starting getting to the balancing changes, which, as you may not know, we've made number changes.
Numbers, yeah.
And I'm not gonna go too deep into this. The patch notes do mention a lot of this stuff, like how certain milestones are unlocked earlier, and how like fuel gens have their own milestone now, and like the fuel gens are, what was the change again? It's like they take less input now.
Sorry, I was so. Did you hear the shout from downstairs?
I was trying to ignore it.
Yeah, no, I couldn't.
Yeah.
So I just got completely distracted. I'm so sorry. What were we saying?
Yeah.
For like the past minute.
Who
Fuel
are you?
gen
Who
something.
are you again? Yeah, the change to fuel generators where like they consume less fuel now, or
Yeah.
like they're,
Oh yeah.
So you'll need to build more to get the, but you get more power out of them or something like that, right?
Oh yeah, this was the. Oh yeah, I remember this mishap. Yes, I think you do need to build more.
They require less fuel to
Yeah.
output the amount that they do, so you can build more now with the amount. Like if you have like a fuel generator set up right now,
Yeah.
you're going to be able to build more with the same amount of like fuel that you put into them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Words. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we haven't like does it count as a nerf or a buff? I'm not sure in this case actually, because it's a little bit of a both, right?
A change.
Yeah, it's a big change.
It's a cop out.
So stuff like that. So so we'll drop these patch notes in the on socials and whatnot. You can find them out. Which I've forgotten. We need to link that in the. We need to solve that.
We have socials.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
shit.
And yeah, there's a ton of new parts. There's a bunch of new recipes. There's new alt recipes. I've avoided talking too much about recipes and alt recipes because I think it's more fun for you guys to discover that and go through it. Also because some of these numbers change.
Yeah.
Less than 10 minutes. Let's go.
That, and there are quite a few of them. So,
Yeah. Drones can now use all fuel types, not all fuel types, but almost all fuel types instead of just batteries. So batteries have, like the significance of batteries have been reduced, rather. And yeah, drones fly differently depending on what fuel type you can use. So the better the fuel type, like the more complex the fuel type it is to produce, the faster drones will fly.
Oh my god, the expanding scope.
This one is juicy. You want to take this one?
What is that? I can't read from here.
Let's zoom in. Talk about
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, the most dramatic. Actually, it might be for some people because it's probably the most early game feature of 1.0. Maybe.
Yeah.
The fact that the biomass burner now has a conveyor belt input.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is going to make that quality of life in the beginning of the game and maybe later, who knows, very, very, very quite nice.
I think that will. It's like a small thing changed in the early game, but that will have a huge.
Just the fact that you don't have to, again, harking back to the Dimensional Depot, just not having to make as many round trips back there to continuously feed them.
Yeah, this is gonna be super nice. One thing also, we'll see a little bit how this plans out, but when I was playtesting this at least, I think placing manifolds for biomass generators, you might notice that like they might not be as good because of how fuel generators because you need to fill up for a manifold to make sense, right? And in the early game, sometimes you'd rather have just like put in 10 fuel in that one, put in 10 in that, and 10 and 10, and so on and so forth, rather than like fill up fuel dense, because you'll get more power if you just have an even flow.
Yeah.
So like I think in the early game, I think my prediction, and I may be wrong about this, but my prediction is that we'll see a lot more load balancing for this particular thing, because I think manifold is like the overall like preferred method of routing things. So I predict that we'll see more load balancing for biomass generators in the early game, and then you'll move over to manifolds as the game goes on. But who am I? What do I know? I haven't even finished the game. Let's see here. Yeah, there's a bunch of small tweaks as well to some of the. Here's the thing. Yeah. So fuel gens now produce 250 megawatts instead of the previous 150s. That's the thing we touched on previously.
That's a freebie.
And there's a bunch of stuff with like NAM changes, such as like programmable splitters and geothermal generators. no longer be needing supercomputers, so they're going to be accessible earlier on. And the gas mask is also available in the MAM instead of being in Tier 5, so it's going to be accessible earlier, which is going to be we're trying to mitigate the whole Noblisk being able to destroy gas pillars.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to talk about this one?
Oh yeah, hard drive rerolling
Yeah.
and saving, yeah. So each hard drive you get now only gives you 2 auto recipes instead of 3. But as a change, it's still a buff, because if you don't like those 2 options, you can now reroll each and every hard drive once. So you do technically end up getting 4 options. The thing is, if you do choose to reroll your hard drives, you can't then go back to the previous 2. So it is kind of a shot in the dark about like, okay, I don't like my 2 current auto recipes that I can pick from. But if you do opt to reroll and those other 2 options end up being worse or also unattractive, then well, yeah, tough luck. Yeah, but yeah, 2 options and 1 reroll option for two new options.
Yeah.
And they should also only be able to present recipes that you can produce by that stage of the game. Maybe.
No, that's how it works. Yeah. So yeah, those are most of the new features coming in 1.0. We also have a bunch of quality of life stuff, such as being able to build straight conveyor belts, making 90 degrees turns. This is a banger of a feature.
Yes.
Linus is nodding behind me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so good. Being able to just like drag from one input to the output and just get like straight proper conveyor belts. You can get most of the use cases in there. You just need to learn like a little bit like when to pull from what and like what order to drag things. So that's really nice. If you hold control when building railways, you can now get them to become straight. So it'll be straight in the same axis as their connection point. So they'll still slope down and up depending on the curvature of the terrain. But that is also huge. Oh wait, I didn't know this. Wait, this is new to me. Okay, apparently you can free place signals now, so you can place them wherever you want on the railway instead of just at like the intersection points. That's actually pretty dope.
I have yet to place a single.
I
signal
have, and I
in
didn't
my
notice
life.
that.
So I wouldn't know.
That's huge. Holy shit. Damn.
Yeah.
I'm actually. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Chat, is anyone else here a true and tested conveyor belter? Why have trains when you can just have a million belts running across
Because it's fun to set up the signaling system. It seems complex, but it's really fun.
Yes, it is complex.
Yeah, but it's really fun when you get it to work.
Nah.
That's dope. I've also just don't feel. No.
Once you're used to it, you're just like,
Here's another thing that I didn't know. I actually don't know what this entails, but like when you're dismantling blueprints, you can also now change the build mode to completely dismantle all parts of the blueprint instead of only a single element. Wasn't that in the game already? Well, maybe that's not in update 8.
I am going to be real, and yeah, I think I'm allowed to say this.
Is this not an update 8, Chad? Or maybe I'm wrong. It's not?
I've played Internal for so long that I just don't remember.
Less than 4 minutes. Maybe it's not. Maybe I just played update 1.0
I think so too. Yeah, Internal has been like the life.
And there's a bunch of changes to like the build system. There's the clearance system has actually been updated as well. So like they're a bit tighter. There's the guideline system where I've showcased in this video where you can get clear guidelines now instead of just having green lights. And they also show like direction and stuff like that. And then it talks about narrative, which we mentioned before. There is a narrative now in the game. We won't talk too much about that. That's up for you guys to discover.
Yes.
There's a ton of stuff in the world. I'm not going to go through these.
And again, to touch on the narrative super quickly, again, every single one I think of Ada's lines have been changed from the beginning of the game.
Yeah. Every single line.
Worth checking them out.
And we're 3 minutes away from release, and we haven't even gotten to the end of the patch notes. There's so much else coming on. It has to do with like optimization, achievements, bug fixing, network optimization. There's been a lot of work gone into working out the kinks with the networking netcode. Conveyor belt system has been completely remade for networking, for instance.
Skimming through the Steam post real quick to see what.
Yeah, exactly. Save system has been optimized, so like saving should be way faster. The rendering as well, like and like objects that are saved into the save file are also optimized. So yeah, there's so
Good
much
shit.
and dedicated servers. Haven't even touched
Dedicated
that.
servers.
Dedicated servers are also gotten a lot of love, a lot of fixes for dedicated
Thank
servers.
you, Ben,
Not only Ben, but also
and all people.
Yeah. And we're finally going to fully support dedicated servers now, by the way. Dedicated servers have, up until 1.0, been experimental, so they have not been finished. So now we're fully supporting them. 2 minutes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Do you want me? I can push the thing, so don't worry about it. Yeah. It's insane. It's insane how much work has gone into this one like update. And I think for a long time, I think when you work on it for so long, we feel like, oh, it's not too much new, really. But like now that we actually started collecting,
It's earth-shattering.
yeah,
yes,
like when we
you
actually go through the patch notes. And
When was the
whatnot.
last? Have you played U8 recently at all? Gone back?
No,
to
I
see-
can't.
I properly play.
I can't with that straight conveyor belts, and I
Yeah.
can't with a dimensional depot. So I like just refuse.
I took a couple of hours, just no more than a couple hours, so too little time to just boot U8 up. It's insane.
Yeah,
yeah. It's night and day.
There's so many changes.
Yes.
And not only that, but like I really feel like the quality is so much better in 1.0.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I feel really happy and proud of what the team has put together in terms of quality for the game, and I am really excited to see and hear how it's gonna go once it goes out into the wild, and finally get everyone to play. It's scary.
I think I'm feeling the pulse now. Just
Yeah.
thinking about like all the buzz, all the
Yeah.
oh god, yeah.
So in 30 seconds, roughly, you guys are gonna be able to play. Yeah,
Oh god,
Linus is freaking
yeah.
out. I'm freaking out as well. I can't believe we've gotten to this point with less than 30
Soon
seconds
count the
left.
amount of seconds on both of your hands.
Yeah. So much work is gonna
That's
do this.
nuts. That's
It's
kind of
not-
dope.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So I hope you'll all enjoy 1.0. I hope you'll all enjoy playing Satisfactory. And we can't wait to see everyone like make content and stream and see what you build, and like community highlights are gonna be nutty. So without further ado, everyone,
It's a launch angle.
thanks for hanging out with us. It's time to Let's go, everyone. Holy shit, I can't believe it. I'm gonna remove the countdown here. It is out. It is available. Well, it's downloading, hopefully for some people, but it is now finally coming out. Satisfactory 1.0. It's wow. It actually, I feel it. I've felt nothing up until this point. I've just been dead inside. But holy shit, I can't believe it. 1.0 is out. So real quick, if you don't see anything happening in Steam on Epic, don't worry. On Epic, you might need to refresh the browser or like the client or whatever, and it should update. And on Steam, it's the same thing. Like you might need to refresh Steam or restart it, and then it'll kick off. Yeah, that we snuck in a little bit of extra thing at the end there. Yeah, so Satisfactory is coming to console. I guess is the thing I want to say here. We've dreaded this. I was saying, like it's a huge undertaking to be able to bring this game to console, but we are doing it together with our friends at Fish Labs. We have been working on porting this game to console. We don't have a release date or anything like that yet. We actually don't know fully when, if it can be even this year or next year or something like that. But we are working on it, and we are working on I'm so excited for this. We are excited to be able to bring console for Satisfactory for PlayStation 5 and Xbox. The Xboxes, I don't know. Anyways. So super exciting. One thing I also want to mention in regards to this is that we are also looking into getting proper controller support. If you've been with us on the dev streams, you know that this has been a topic that we talked about, and it is a huge undertaking being able to bring controller support to Satisfactory. And we are going to bring controller support for PC as well, so it's not just for console. We haven't fully finished that yet, and so that will be sort of an update in the future. So it's coming, but with controller support comes a ton of like work that goes into, we've had to update menus, like all widgets and like all the UI elements in the game have to be accustomed with controller support in mind. But we are doing it. We are doing it. It's super exciting. Yeah, we're gonna hang out for a little bit longer actually, because we're not gonna end the stream just yet, because I know that you're all probably gonna ditch the stream now and just jump back into Satisfactory. Yeah, we're gonna hang out a little bit more. Mark is gonna join us, our game director, but he's not here. It's probably on me not to telling him that he needs to show up. So yeah, how are we all feeling, chat? Are we excited? Are we happy? Can't believe that we're finally here. How big is the download for you all? Because it will vary a little bit, I think. We have reduced the general size of the game in total. So I'm not sure. 11 gigs on Steam for some people, 13, 10. I think the game is around like 13 gigs in total now. I don't know. Linus is just shrugging his head. I don't know. A lot of people sell 11 gigs. So and the team is celebrating, and we've tried to like soundproof this room as much as we possibly can, and we haven't heard like almost anything from the bottom floor, but now we can actually hear them, which is pretty exciting. So good job, everybody. I can't believe we're here. Super excited. Time to party. Time to get wasted. So yeah, as I mentioned before, we are coming to console. If you didn't hear the news or didn't see it, we are coming to console, and it's really exciting. And we've been working on that for a long time together with Fish Labs, who's doing the porting. And control support is also coming, if you didn't hear that. So super exciting. Obviously, otherwise you'd have to play on console with, I don't know, you'd find a way. Anyways, there's a fly in here. It's really annoying. What else is there to say? I don't know. It's just, what was that? Yeah, well, they'll figure it out. Okay, yeah, chat. I see you. Like, where's 1.1? What is this? What is this shit? I can't believe this. We haven't even. It's not been out for like 10 minutes, and we're already complaining about where's 1.1. Oh boy, 20. Oh, it's getting there. It's getting there. Crossplay for console, we don't know yet exactly. We haven't decided, I think. There's a lot of work that goes into that. So we're not sure if we can support crossplay for console. So to be announced. There's a lot of stuff with consoles that we can't talk about right now, mostly because the biggest reason is because I haven't prepared for it, okay? Like I just prepared for this stream mostly, so I don't want to give away any faulty information or anything like that. But we will follow up with more information in regards to consoles. We don't have a release date, like I said before, it might be this year, but I don't think it will, but maybe, who knows? Oh God, we're back, who knows? We're back, we're doing it again. So yeah. Error occurred, oh no. It's missing the executable, wait a second. Okay, if you're running into issues when you're downloading, make sure to, what's it called? Resolve files on Steam and Epic. So on Steam, you go to properties and there's like a setting under properties there where you can go like, is it called resolve files or is it called reconfigure? I can't remember what it's called. You can like reconcile files and make sure and verify them. And it's the same thing on Epic. You right click on the thing and you go to the little dots and you can validate them. Verify, that's the word. Get that verification going. We have a different type of verification in the game. Where's Mark? Mark! You're supposed to be here. We're relying on you. I had a bunch of stuff planned with Mark when he's here, but he's not here. So it's really hard to like keep going. Anyway, yeah. What are your Linus? You take his place. Yeah, Linus is joining in.
I'll stall for time.
Yeah, how are you feeling? Maybe is that Mark?
I think it's.
Yeah, how are you feeling?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Like so nervous. So great that it's finally out.
Yeah, the last.
There he is.
There he is. Look at that. What?
I took his spot and then he.
Yeah, you can get in.
You take the good spot.
Okay. All right. Bye, Linus.
Congrats.
Oh, okay. You mean you're like yeah, scooch over.
I'm back to the control.
Oh, hi, Mark.
How do I sit here?
Yeah,
or?
you want to sit close to the mic. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good. Congrats.
Mood seems to be great down there.
Yeah. No, it's good.
I haven't heard anything throughout the entire stream, and then like when we launched, I heard like the countdown.
Yeah.
Super exciting.
No, it's amazing.
Super cool.
And it's did you see any stats like the view counts and stuff?
No.
So it's like I think on total it was like over 80,000 people watching.
Wait, what?
At peak. Yeah. Across both platforms. So I think the entire category of like
what the shit?
Yeah. So that's counting the Satisfactory category on Twitch,
wow.
assuming that people are watching other people's streams.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, and that's actually.
Hi everyone. I felt like I've been streaming for like there's maybe 50 people here or something like that.
That's actually higher than our concurrent user total.
Damn. All right. Cool. Well, glad that you all tuned in for this shit.
Yeah.
Exciting times.
Sick,
Yeah, but what's the general feel for 1.0 though? Because I don't know. I feel like it didn't hit me until like when I pushed live on trailer.
Yeah.
And I saw the reactions to it. I felt like
for me the dismantle of the early access.
Really yeah.
And I still remember the first time that I saw that draft. I'm pointing to Linus now because he made that trailer. But that really hit me then as well. And now it kind of hit me again because you don't really feel it. Like we've also done like 10 updates for this game, so it feels kind of like same old shit in a way. But I mean, it's still not really real life thing. But we've also worked on it for such a long time.
Yeah.
But I think the game is like in a better state than it's ever been. We spent so much time bug fixing. I think we fixed like over 1,000 bugs between update 8 and now.
Yeah.
That's actually a confirmed number. I think we have it in the patch notes or in like the press release as well. And that's even only the bugs that we actually kept track of. So, and there's still gonna be bugs in there. Like I still see shit sometimes. I'm like,
yeah.
But that, I mean, it should play better than it's ever played. And we got all the new content.
That's the general vibe I've gotten when I've been playing. Is that like it just feels polished. Like it feels so much more polished, and I feel like we've had a pretty good level of polish for being in early access. You know, like I always felt like we've tried to always not put out stuff that's like broken and like stuff has been unfinished, but you know, we want it to be unfinished in a state where it's playable and good and like
Yeah.
you can see the intent.
Yeah, it's supposed to be representative of what we want, right?
Exactly.
Like, and sometimes that's also kind of nipped us in the butt because you want to try things, but you want to still deliver quality. Because sometimes when you want to try things out, you kind of need to just try it in a shitty way. So we always test internally, of course. But
Yeah.
I think we've been lucky at that as well, that we never really had to go back to something that we worked on a lot to like actually change it or remove it. This only happened like a handful of times.
Yeah. But it's super exciting. And
should we talk some about the new stuff? that we haven't?
we talked about the new stuff.
Oh, you already talked about
Yeah,
it?
we talked about it. Like definitely everything that we revealed. Like everything that I've revealed, we talked about it.
On the YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've revealed everything. Like,
everything, yeah.
What do you mean? Did I forget something? Because like there might have been a few small things, but I think that's sort of up to people to discover on themselves and bring it up. But I don't think I've missed anything. I did miss the thing that I just wrote in the patch notes with how you can place signals on Rails wherever.
Wait, what?
that was in the patch notes.
Wait, is that new?
Is it not?
I don't know.
Well, I didn't even know that was in.
We changed so much shit between like the last time.
Right.
Like, I actually forgot what was in this update.
Yeah, right. Because apparently the blueprint dismantle thing was also not in 1.0. Like you can dismantle the entire blueprint. Was that not in update 8?
That was in update 8.
Wasn't it?
What?
Right. That might have snuck in the patch notes, but I'm pretty sure that's in update 8.
I'm pretty sure that was in update 8 because I think didn't we just reveal that at some point as well?
Yeah.
Man, I don't even remember. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's been such a... Because we actually worked on this update since like update 7, I think. So I think when it comes to like the alien power augmenter and stuff like that, like development for that was started around the same time that we worked on blueprints.
Yeah.
So that's... How long is that ago? That's a long time ago.
Too long.
So...
Like I mentioned before.
I lost track.
Yeah.
And then we also had like closed beta in between and stuff. And then we've slowly been like stopping development, right? So it's just been fixing.
Yeah.
Because we're not allowed to touch any more things at some point.
Yeah. So I'm just going to address, sorry, I have seen you, Chad. I've just been trying to wait for the team to get back to me and give me like news on how to fix it. So we did see the issue with on Steam, and it's been corrected now. So you should be able to get the download again going, potentially. There was some issue with the build that we pushed on Steam, and it should only affect Steam. So for once, you Epic people are in the clear, or not in clear. You get the upper hand. But it has been corrected. So wait for the download to happen again. Refresh your Steam client and whatnot. And apparently you can also rename the executable, because the executable is a bit different in 1.0. You might get like I'm not sure if that was just our internal builds or if that actually happens for people live, where you get like to pick like the old version versus the 1.0 version when you start Steam.
Oh, I don't actually know.
Yeah, that's happened. Okay, so I'm just going to say that in case it happened for people, but it shouldn't be the case, but I'm just going to say this. Sometimes when we've played 1.0, you'll get like a little pop-up in Steam that says like, which version would you want to play? Do you want to play Early Access or do you want to play 1.0? And there's only one version, so you need to pick like the 1.0 version, and then you can set it to be always this option every time you boot the game. So like there's something with the executable name, but we've resolved that. Another really important thing, by the way, chat, is if you've installed mods, you need to uninstall them, either with the mod manager or by removing the folders. I can't quite remember, because even sometimes when people delete the mods, they still load. So if you're getting crashes that has anything with mods in the name of the crash report or anything like that, that's because of mods. You need to completely disable them. Mods do not work in 1.0. So we need to let the modding people solve that before we can play with mods again. So unfortunately. Yeah, that's a quick recap. Maybe we can one of the moderators in each chat just pin a message saying that, so people know. We have resolved that issue, and it's going to be pushed out again. Anyways, 1.0, good times. Yeah, there's, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that's for a long time, like it feels like hasn't it been in the game for forever? But
yeah, it's kind of hard to keep
it
track as well, because there's a lot of small things and a lot of small fixes and stuff.
Yeah.
Small changes. So it's really hard to keep track. Also with the patch notes, they were like so long, so we have to kind of condense everything to like overarching topics.
Yeah, because I heard there were 50 pages of patch like bullet points when just
Yeah,
grabbing the
I
change
I
list.
have no clue. We tried.
Yeah.
The only version that I've seen is like the really boiled down version where you kind of just skim over a lot of things. If you really go for every single little point, it's way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a really long development track, right? And even the things like the straight belt thing
Yeah.
is kind of like, that's like a side thing. I think it was actually Nick who at some point just came with that, like he had done it, and everyone was like, yeah, just push it. It's like a side development thing almost. And that's actually often what happened, is like some of the best stuff in these updates is like the things we kind of do on the side. It's not like planned in the content stuff.
Echo. Dude, we had good quality audio up
Is it
until
me?
this point. It might be.
Should I sit back?
It might be that like. Yeah, scoot a little bit of that side, and I'm not sure if the echo is because of
Is
the.
it between the two mics? Or?
Yeah, it might be. Or it's just like reverted back. Now both. Wait, what?
Oh my god.
Interesting. What time is it? It's 20 past. Video's pixelated now? What's going on? Stream is just breaking down. People are. Is it because we're uploading the. No, it's not.
They're just trolling.
Yeah. Is it double or. Oh, wait. What is the problem? What's going on? I'm doing it live. Hello, hello, hello. That sounds fine to me. Do you guys have like 2 streams on at the same time or something? Because I don't hear anything. Alright, anyways. Fixed? Okay, I didn't do anything, so if it's fixed, then it wasn't broken, okay? I just want to say. Maybe everyone had 2 streams open at the same time. Anyways, yeah. Good times. I'm sure I'm just kind of like stumped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long day as well.
Console. It's yeah. Now we can finally talk about this, because this has been a pain in the ass to keep secret.
Yeah. And everyone got to leak it one at a time.
No, they didn't. But it's fine. It's fine.
Never got leaked.
No, I got
Not
never
even
leaked.
once.
No. Still echo. Is it a cam mic? No. Don't be silly. I'll just do. Is this my mic? Yes. We'll just do this. Partly broken. Weird. All right. We won't.
I guess we can talk about everything regarding that now.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Because that's been going on for a long time as well. So that's like a side development track. We actually got other people working on that. They're less specialized in it.
Yep.
And they're really good at it. But it's been like a hassle as well with like even just the control scheme and stuff, like translating it well to controller. Still echoing.
This thing. No, it's just more control more. I'm pretty sure it's like, because I'm pretty sure it's just mic placement. But yeah, like I said, it's been actually maybe I can fucking scoot this in even more. I can just sit and hold it. I think it's that my mic is picking up, so I'm just gonna increase the expander. But yeah, what were you saying about the?
Yeah, it's like a super long process. I'm actually not the best person to talk about it because I've not worked a lot directly with the whole console port and everything.
Yeah.
Mostly because I've been busy with like the 1.0 and stuff. But we have a lot of our developers that have been busy like on the side and stuff because we have like an outsource studio who's been working on it really hard for a long time now actually. The whole controller support and everything, that's like a tricky thing. That's why it's like always been like a bit all over the place with Satisfactory and controller supports. We have so many like inputs and stuff all over the place. Like the whole hotbar just for building is like the whole screen is filled right with buttons, and the controller doesn't even have that many buttons.
No.
So they had to do some smart solutions to actually make that work and all make it fit and everything.
But we haven't removed any like functionality, right?
No, I don't think so. I think I actually wouldn't be able to say with complete confidence. I think we can probably talk more about that later.
Yeah, we are.
And then probably talk more with like people like Pontus who've actively worked on that from like the UI side to like get that all working correctly.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, they've tried their hardest to make it all work and all keep it there. But some things might be a bit hard to access and stuff. Yeah. But some things actually are probably even be nicer on console, of course. Like it's just a bit of a give or take always when you want to do that.
Cool. I think we're gonna start rounding off soon.
Burgers are here.
Because are they?
And the beer's cold.
Oh, my goodness. But just to re-emphasize again, is that like if you are running into issues with downloading the game, please restart Steam. Either restart Steam. Some people also say you can rename the executable, but you shouldn't need to do that. Just restart Steam or Epic. I mean, it should be fine on Epic, but restart Steam so that the game will refresh again or re-upload. So that like you can get a fresh download again, and it should be fixed. We did push like there was some issue with the build that we pushed, but we have resolved it since, and yeah. And if not, we'll keep working on this, guys. So like, don't worry about it. We'll get it running soon enough. Or maybe we hang out for just a bit so I can just get confirmation. Yeah, they are, but we can't.
Really?
Yeah. You can show them, but people can't see it because the camera's on me. I've had to mute your mic for now, just
Poster.
It's really nice. And also want to mention this too, because when it comes to dedicated servers, this is also a thing that usually happens when we update the game. Is a lot of people don't see the update for dedicated servers immediately. So in some cases, it takes a little bit longer for the dedicated servers to like roll out on Steam, but you can download it instantly if you use the Steam command. So just bear that in mind. If you rename the executable, it fixes it. So a quick and dirty fix apparently is to rename the executable. What do you rename it to? Just Dan? Just Tommy? Factory game? I don't know. We'll hang out a little bit longer just so we can give you live doobie doobie doop. Live information. Okay. Yeah, I've gotten confirmation that the builds have been corrected on Steam. So you need to restart the executable, the client, Steam client, and it should be fine. Just delete Steam. That's the way you should do it. Yeah. Restart works now. Yep, cool. Start seeing some Vamonos.exe. Yeah, I start seeing some people running into the fix now. It should be fine. And it may take some time, because I'm not sure how the Steam backend works, so it may take some time for everyone. But if you get the new patch that's coming out now, this is the day one patch, the literally minute one patch, it should fix it. So we have uploaded everything correctly now on Steam, so it should be fine. Or if not, you can also rename the executable apparently. So yeah. When's the coffee stain? I already lost the comment. The coffee stain downloader. Yeah, let's start. Let's make our own. Steam think they're so cool. We'll make our own. Works. I'm getting conflicting messages here. Fixed. Maybe. For some. We'll get there. 1.01 out now. People were asking about this, like, when's 1.1 coming out? Yeah, now. Instantly. It seems like things are getting back in there. I'll fix it myself. Alright. Fixed after restarting Steam. Alright, cool. It looks like we're finally getting there. Yeah, 1.1, let's go. 1.01, let's go. Alright, it seems like things are rolling off. So we're gonna close off the stream.
Call it a day.
Yeah, call it a day. Oh, it's been a long... I don't feel like yesterday ended for me. I've just been working. I went to bed working. That was my time. Anyways, thank you so much everyone for tuning in to the release stream. It's been so much fun to be able to do the content that we make and be able to set this stream up. This stream was a little bit of an extra thing that we don't usually do. But yeah, I'm glad that we got here eventually. And like I said before, if you're having issues with the build right now on Steam, either restart the client and refresh so you get a new download, because there is a new patch. The little first minute patch wouldn't be a proper Coffee Stain release unless we had one little bit of a hiccup, but it should be fine. So either restart stream. You can also apparently rename the executable. That should also solve it. And yeah, hope you'll have fun with 1.0. I can't wait to see what you make with this. I can't wait to see if like the community highlights are going to be very different in the future based on like the stuff that you make, and like what kind of new meta is going to emerge from the game. You know, if there's power towers are going to be a different format, if it's going to be powered, I don't know. That's the thing, right? I don't know, so I can't even come up with it.
That's kind of what I'm excited
Yeah,
for,
yeah,
seeing
yeah.
how they're gonna break the game.
So thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. And we'll see each other very soon. Remember that we stream every Tuesday on Twitch at 4 p.m. CEST, which is an hour before, well, 1.5 hours before at this moment. So some of you US people might not be able to join in as much, but yeah, do check us out on Twitch. And yeah, any final thoughts?
No.
All right. Nothing. All right, cool. Thanks so much for everyone for tuning in. Hope you all have fun with 1.0. And